What's going on, podcast pimps? Dana here to once again sing the praises of Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. I got on the ball early. I already got my AC tuned up for summer, and I think you should too. An AC tune-up means better efficiency, fewer breakdowns, and peace of mind before we get choke slammed with heat. And right now, it's their early bird special. $45 off an AC tune-up or $90 and you add your furnace in as well. Smart folks like me don't wait for the first 80-degree day. We plan ahead. Book by May 25th and check it off your list at standardheating.com. Providing the comfort you deserve since 1930.
Half-assed morning show 93X.
Burned, roasted, throwing shade. Those are the words I was looking for a few minutes ago when we were discussing what the modern terms are today for insulting someone.
Throwing shade, I've heard that is a newer one. I guess that's still been around for a while.
Yes.
Burned and roasted, we used to say that in high school.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus, I never heard about.
Boom, roasted.
Thank you so. That was how it played out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Burned, certainly.
Burn.
Some salve for that burn. You ever heard that one?
I have. Thank you for your text messages. It was killing me. I couldn't think of the modern terms for insulting someone. Welcome back to the effing program. Appreciate all that. All right, tell me now, each of you, individually, Cubby, Smashley, Danel, what is your field of expertise? I know it's a serious-sounding, scary question. Don't let it intimidate you, and don't be shy. What is your field of expertise? Go!
Cooking.
Cooking is your field of expertise. You're a wonderful cook.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
What is your signature dish?
Chicken piccata.
Chicken what?
Chicken piccata.
What?
I don't know what that
It's
is.
kind of like
Never heard of
it's
it.
like a lemon caper cream sauce over chicken that's seared on the stovetop.
You know how to make a Reuben?
Yeah, I can make you a good Reuben.
Oh,
Josh, what is your field of expertise?
Audio production?
I'm all right.
You're more
I
than
think
all
you're-
right,
yeah,
dude.
you're
Come
great at
on.
that. I'd have to agree with that.
I don't know. I can't say I'd be an expert on anything. I like a lot of stuff.
You like stuff, do you?
Yeah, try and learn a few things here or there. I'd say I'm definitely not an expert at anything.
Let's go with audio technology. I mean, I know you're...
I like technology.
You want to know why he can't answer, Dana?
Why?
Because he humble.
That's right.
I'm just more real. I can't say I'm an expert at anything.
Dana.
I'd say some just general dork culture of knowledge of old school video games and movies and things like that.
For me personally, I guess I'd just say the 80s.
Sure.
My field of... What do you make of this?
I'll try anything 4 times Jesus said. My field of expertise, definitely masturbation.
Gotten pretty good at it, huh?
I wonder how many times he's tried it. What's his name again?
I'll try anything 4 times Jesus. He's tried it at least 4 times.
Feel free to text in and tell us your field of expertise. Star Wars, someone texted in Star Wars. Okay. What do you make of this? No wonder we're so hated worldwide. The average American's top field of expertise is reality show drama. Reality show drama, that's the average American's top area of expertise.
Yeah, I can't say I know much about any of it. I've never cops, I guess, and I don't know if you call it's probably not a reality show, because a reality show you think of like following families. Oh, I did watch John and Kate Plus 8.
Oh,
back in the
God,
day.
I hated that show.
Did you?
Yeah.
I actually kind of got into it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Tell me their story.
Well, it's John, and then he marries Kate,
Right.
and they have 8 kids.
On purpose?
On purpose. Well,
At one time?
I shouldn't say on purpose, but they did like in vitro, and they had a lot of kids.
In one push?
No, it was a couple pushes, as far as I know.
Dag.
So yeah, that's the only reality TV show I've gotten into. Or do you count HGTV, like Property Brothers? I used to kind of watch that
Yeah,
stuff.
you love those goofy
Homes on Homes.
Remodeling shows.
It's been a while for me, but I used to get Dateline. So that's what I guess when I think reality TV, I think of like Survivor, The Kardashians.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same here.
And I've never been into that kind of thing.
I knew that we here in general loved reality television. I didn't know it would become the average American's top field of expertise? I guess a lot of us know a lot of this and that
my
about
daughter
multiple reality shows. What's that now?
My daughter watches all that garbage. It's just vapid nonsense, in my opinion, but she loves it. She
Some of
knows
it can be
everything about
funny.
all of it. I don't really like watching people fight,
I like to. Yeah, that's the part that's
Ooh.
fun.
and it
Why?
seems like that's all it is.
I love fights.
And the people that love the reality shows, like the dating, like the housewife shows, those types of ones where they're always fighting and stuff, people will break it down and have their conversations if they actually know these people. It's kind of off-putting sometimes.
You want to know the last thing I heard before I fell unconscious last night?
What?
I heard the wife say to the dog, "Come on, Gertie, we got to watch Real Housewives." My wife watches all that stuff.
There's so many of those that are popular that I haven't even heard of. It's crazy how
The fact that it's become our top field of expertise is really interesting to me. I walk through the room once in a while and catch some of that Real Housewives stuff, and they don't put on a lot of clothes.
No.
So I'll hang around for 45 seconds to maybe at tops 1 minute. Okay, here's what else we here in America feel we excel at. Topics, different things that we excel at, to the point where we call ourselves experts. And this is right along the lines with reality TV show drama, if you ask me. Many of us consider ourselves experts on social media trends.
I'm pretty behind.
you used to be more into social media than you are now.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's just age. I know like some stuff that goes on, but there's my niece is 13. Oh gosh, I hope I got that right, or else she's gonna give me so much crap. I think it's 12, but
Close
anyway, it doesn't
enough.
matter. She will tell me about something that's going on social, and I'll be like, What is that? What? You're doing what? What's popular?
Next on the list is a little more grounded and real than television and social media. Next up, a lot of Americans consider themselves experts at home improvement or do-it-yourself projects.
I wish I was.
I'm trying to get there.
I mean, there's like little things that I want to be able to do that I can't even do. I wish I was better at that kind of thing.
Yeah, I also wish I had a little deeper skill set when it came to fixing things around the house. But at the same time, I'm kind of happy that I am not an expert, so my telephone never rings. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, people aren't asking you to help do anything.
I don't know how some of my bros can stand it. The ones who are very skilled with electricity, putting up a wall, doing this to a floor, building a room. I don't know how they keep their patience because their phone is always ringing. What else are we experts at around here? Trending music.
Nah.
We
not good at
love
that.
the hot new hits. We're experts at music.
I'm embarrassingly bad at it.
Oh,
for
Jesus.
someone who works at a radio station that primarily plays music.
Right.
To the point where I kind of hope that our boss never gets mad at me for it. Where there'll be some band I'd never heard of. He's like, dude, we've been playing that for 2 years.
Yeah.
He'll get over it. He'll get over it. We're his friggin' meal ticket. We are experts at obscure facts about movies and TV shows, and that's fun.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fun.
I'm the worst at that. I'll tell you, I like watching TV, obviously, but there's sometimes the main. I get embarrassed because I'll be like, oh, what's the main character's name? I don't even know.
Yeah.
I guess I must barely pay attention or something.
I suck at that
enjoy
stuff
it.
too.
I'm bad
and
with character
I don't know
names
why.
sometimes.
Oh, I thought you, especially you, Dana, were excellent at that kind of thing.
Like older stuff. New stuff, like when we're watching a show now, I can never remember anybody's names.
Okay, so I'm not alone?
No.
I mean, like, I don't count Game of Thrones and stuff like that. They
Right.
all sound the
But
same.
there's
and
too
it's-
many.
There's too many shows that just come and go that it's impossible to remember it all.
Exactly. That's my problem. I watch too much.
I love that some of you know a lot of movie quotes. I do. I just have one rule. It can't be all you add to a conversation, though. That drives me nuts. You ever been in that situation where you and a
Yes.
group of friends are hanging out and all anyone is doing is trading movie quotes back and forth?
Yeah, that can be frustrating.
Come on, give me something from you. I go nuts from that. There's a fine line when it comes to movie quotes.
I got a buddy that every once in a while he'll text in like an obscure 80s rock star, and I love that. He'll text me something like, hey, what are you up to, Blas Elias, or something like that. He'll call just some, like, sometimes I have to Google it, and I consider myself pretty versed in 80s rock. I loved it, and I used to read all the magazines and everything from, like, the type of strings a guitar player used to use when I was really into it. And he can get me a couple times.
Blas Elias, former drummer from Slaughter, or as they're known in the rock world, S-Laughter. I remember Blas Elias. I know a girl who he doinked her.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, I could see the appeal for her.
Okay, so we Americans are experts at obscure facts about movies and TV shows. We're also experts at other general trivia, okay? Next up, history. History. We know a lot. I don't know as much as I'd like to every time I sit down and play Trivial Pursuit.
I actually was just searching for books the other day that would have kind of like a dummies book that would have all the history you should know. I'd like to revisit some of that. I didn't like history in school, and now I'm much more interested.
There were
in
certain aspects that I did enjoy. I enjoyed talking about wars.
Well, yeah, World War II, that's everybody's favorite.
World
Yeah,
At least of our
absolutely.
age. Everybody loves to learn about that. But
And the dark historical stuff, as I've mentioned a few times now. I love dark historical stuff. But you know where I struggle like a sumbitch? Geography. And the wife actually got a world map out the other day and put it in front of me so I would...
Oh, that's good. I have a globe you could use, too, if you want that.
We were playing Trivial
fun.
Pursuit, and I proved that I didn't have... I had absolutely no idea where Nicaragua was. And she was so frustrated with me, she busted out a world map and started pointing out countries and whatnot.
well, yeah, well, you bring up Biafra a lot, and there is no Biafra anymore.
There is no
I'm
Biafra?
not sure. I'm pretty sure that was only a thing for a little bit there.
I didn't expect to learn that on January 21st, 2026. No
Not-
such thing anymore?
I don't believe so.
We know a lot about health and fitness in this country.
Do we?
That's according to this survey. And we know a lot about saving monies. Speaking of reality television show, we got to get to this before we exit.
The Half-Ass Morning Show. 93X.
Josh, do you remember a few minutes ago we were talking about our fields of expertise?
Yeah, that wasn't that long ago.
The number one answer for Americans. The majority of Americans said their current field of expertise is reality television show drama. And we're going to get to reality shows again here in just a minute. But what else did we cover? Oh, yeah, okay, so, yeah, our fields of expertise. Ashley said cooking. I said the 80s. Dana said dorky, retro, quirky stuff. Josh said fisting. Here's a guy who texted in his field of expertise. This is amazing. He said, when I sit down and watch a porno, he says, every time, I swear to God, every time, I know right when the guy's about to pop. And he says, he gets it right, and he always says to everyone else in the room, he says, see, told you.
Everybody else in the room.
This guy's about to give way right here, I'm telling you.
That's a good skill.
Yeah. All right. Reality television. None of the four of us in the room are terribly enthusiastic about it, but some effing folks, they just can't get enough. Can't get enough. It's become our field of expertise in the United States. Here are some of the most ridiculous, stupid reality shows that actually, according to what I'm reading here, made it to television. Here, or I think there's one that only aired in the ridiculous United Kingdom. Stupid, awful. Are You Hot was the name of one reality show. Contestants who thought they were hot got put in front of a panel of judges, and the judges would tell them whether they were hot or not.
So it's basically just a television version of that website from back in the day.
I'd imagine.
Yeah.
I mean, it's around the same time.
Yeah.
So I'd imagine it's probably exactly that.
I dumped more fives than 25 football teams. Like high five, that's
Sure.
I dumped a lot of fives on those people because I didn't want to make them, I don't want to turn them into arrogant animals, but I didn't want to be mean about it either. When I was
Yeah.
on hotornot.com, I dumped a lot of 5s.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Here's a show called
7.
You went 7.
Yeah.
To not be too mean, but not be too. You don't want them to get all wild about
Yeah.
them.
So whenever somebody has rated me in the past, 1 through 10, and they say 7, I'm like,
Oh.
they're
You
just
think
being
they're just being nice.
Yep.
Benefit Street. I don't understand. This was a British television show about welfare recipients who refused to work and they ran around committing crimes. I don't understand a word of what I just said to you.
Yeah, I'm a little confused too. I'm assuming they're not telling them to commit crimes.
I have no.
Yeah, I don't get it.
There was a show called Black White where a white family and a black family traded places with the help of body makeup and prosthetics to see how the other half lived. It was produced by Ice Cube. Born in the Wild. This reality show focused on couples who choose to have their children born in the wilderness.
Is that something you ever considered, Ashley?
Not for a single second.
No.
What?
No.
They
How
pref-
boring, by the way. How do you get somebody to tune
Seriously.
into more than one episode, if even just one?
Born in the wild. We choose to birth all of our children in the wilderness. There's a shot of some trees and mountains in the background, and then a splash,
That's beautiful.
And that's it.
and then Dad's gnawing at the
Eh,
umbilical
stop.
cord.
Oh.
Kid Nation. And someone even texted a few minutes ago when we teased this subject, the worst, stupidest, most ridiculous reality shows. Someone even texted in and said, Kid Nation better be in this report. Yes. Children ages 8 to 15 were dropped into an empty town devoid of adults and charged with building a functioning society.
Little Lord of the Flies action there.
Oh, I loved that when I was younger.
That book?
Yep.
Yeah, I did too. Scared the heck out of me.
A friend of mine's son was in the movie. This is the first of these bizarro, ridiculous reality shows that I recognize. I recognize this title and this idea that they went through with. And didn't this turn into just a dangerous mess? Does anyone else have any information on
No.
that? Okay, I thought I read that they went ahead with this. They put a bunch of kids in a dirty town and said, it's all yours. And it just turned into an absolute repulsive disaster, and kids got sick, and parents were furious, even though they were the ones who agreed to have their children dumped into a dirt town. And there was a reality show going for a while called The Pickup Artist.
Oh, God, I remember that show was so stupid.
You
I don't
do.
remember that.
It was on VH1. This dude who just dressed like the absolute biggest tool would teach nerdy guys how to approach women at bars.
He called himself Dana, this self-proclaimed pickup professional. Eric Mystery is his nickname. Eric Mystery von Markovic. But they said his methods came off as manipulative and predatory. The Swan.
Back to the Pickup Artist.
Yes.
The show Criminal Minds. Ashley, you watched that, right?
Yes, I love Criminal Minds.
They had an episode that kind of made fun of this guy. And boy, he was even extra douchey on that.
All right, I missed that one. The Swan was a reality show where supposedly ugly women underwent transformations that included extensive plastic surgery, and then they competed against each other in a pageant.
I remember seeing previews for that.
That sounds so evil.
It does.
Come on in, Tubby. Come on in. Come on in. They're good looking, and everyone's laughing, right? As she walks in the room. Okay, we'll fix you. The hell is the matter with people? Who's your daddy? Oh, wow. Anyone? Who's your daddy?
I don't remember that one.
No.
Long time ago. It's 20 years ago.
So stupid.
Contestants adopted as infants had to predict, their biological fathers out of a group of men.
Oh my God.
How do you even come up with this idea?
Yeah.
And how does it get from just an idea to actually be a concept that is filmed?
You're right. There's a lot of steps that has to go through before it becomes a reality television
Yep.
show. Maybe not as many steps as there should be.
Yeah.
Adopted young people walk into a room. There's 5-6 dudes standing there. And through a process, they have to predict which one is their real dad.
Oh my God.
What kind of process does it say?
No, it does not. If they guessed right, they got a cash prize. If they were wrong, the real dad got the money.
That's not right.
And he's gone all over again. He drives.
Nah,
they show him
man.
driving out of there in a Rolls Royce, and he gives the middle finger. I win. I win again. You're not my problem. And I got the money.
That's
Wow.
so messed up.
So you got the real dad in the room for this reality show, and you got the fake dads. Likely actors, right? Mm-hmm. I'd love to see that on a resume.
Right.
What kind of roles have you had? Well, I played a fake dad on Who's Your Daddy back in 2005. I pretended like I was this young person, a real, supposedly real adopted I pretended like I was their dad. I fooled them. The real dad got the money. And then I moved on to, I was an extra on 2.5 Men. And then Josh, next on the resume, he was one of the people who act really overly excited at the Super Bowl halftime show.
Oh, yeah.
I had that on my resume. What
If
else?
that's the case, you know they're good looking. They always do that, right? They put
Yeah.
them up front just to put these models in there.
Oh, yeah. I
mean,
can't
talk
get
about
up-
you already got somebody that's probably, pretty upset about their situation, and then that's even worse.
I can't
How do you victimize people more?
can't picture that. That's so freaking horrible and stupid.
Yeah. That's so bad.
It's got to be you, right? Donnie, you're my dad, right, Donnie? No. It's actually Harold over here.
Nope.
Harold tucks a briefcase full of money under. All right.
He's
And
out
I don't
again.
love you.
Yeah. See you later. See you. We got to say see you later.
Before we go, shout out to Randy at O'Malley's Irish Pub in Woodbury. We appreciate you being a part of the brotherhood. And happy birthday to Killer Jesus from Show Your Boobs, Win a Balloon Jesus.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
What's going on, podcast pimps? Dana here to once again sing the praises of Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. I got on the ball early. I already got my AC tuned up for summer, and I think you should too. An AC tune-up means better efficiency, fewer breakdowns, and peace of mind before we get choke slammed with heat. And right now, it's their early bird special. $45 off an AC tune-up or $90 when you add your furnace in as well. Smart folks like me don't wait for the first 80-degree day. We plan ahead. Book by May 25th and check it off your list at standardheating.com. Providing the comfort you deserve since 1930.
Years of hard work, and now you've got pain in your back, your shoulders, your knees, maybe your joints. You need help. Randy Shaver here with the answer. Dave Bialke. He's got over 30 years experience in getting workers' compensation benefits for people just like you. Don't suffer. Call Bialke Law today. 763-571-2410 or go to bialkelaw.com. That's BIALKE law.com. And it spells relief for you.
Jim Rome takes on sports
Why? Because I have a job to do.
with rapid-fire takes,
So I don't want to hear from you lava pigs on this notion today. No idea what you're talking about. You're complaining more than you like to breathe air. It's like you get up in the morning only to complain and cry and moan on social media about things that you don't even understand.
he's the Spitfire of sports smack.
Take advantage of it. Get up in here.
The Jim Rome Show podcast.
What's your beef?
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
You've been warned.
No, we can't have 5-year-old kids doing stuff like that.
Few ideals
What?
are.
Like what, Josh?
I'll tell you.
Word.
Few ideals are held more clearly than teaching a child the worth of honest work, the worth of an honest day's work. Though it grows awkward when the workplace requires latex gloves, hot wax, and unclothed adults. A Tennessee mother is hoping a judge will spare her after allowing her 5-year-old daughter to wax dozens of women's fur fissures and excrement egresses.
What they have is somebody who made a mistake, who has remedied that mistake, is back on track, and the criminal justice system does not need to be involved.
What the hell happened? A young kid was waxing gals'
Beeves.
vaginas?
Yeah.
Take the kid away.
How old of a kid?
5.
Boy or a girl?
Girl.
F.
A law enforcement official said they received a series of complaints about a viral Instagram post showcasing 30-year-old Jasmine Moss's waxing business. In some photos, her daughter was depicted applying hot wax to the pubis of enough nude women to create a pelt out of pubes.
Oh, my God.
Detectives and Moss's daughter helped apply hot wax to over 24 clients for more than 8 hours, which amounted to an unruly thicket of pubic hair. The post read in part, "She literally helped me wax 24 clients starting from 7:25 a.m. to 5 p.m. She made $744.
$740.
That's good money.
And I'm going to put that money toward whatever her future dreams and aspirations are," the mom posted. During the initial anger over that post, the Tennessee Department of Commerce said they received 86 different complaints about the business owner. However, the defense believes the case should be dropped.
How the hell could you do that to a kid?
Certainly some questionable parenting, but does it amount to a crime? Her lawyer, Blake Ballin, said. Nice.
Ballin'.
He's ballin'.
Yeah.
Our position is it does not. They investigated this, and the child is still in Miss Moss's custody, Ballin said.
I don't get it.
In light of that request, the judge overseeing the case said it appears your attorney and the state will see how this can be resolved, and they may need some time to see how it will ultimately play out.
Holy cripes.
Yeah. And I'd imagine that probably wasn't a one-day deal, right?
No, definitely not.
Maybe that was the first time.
Josh, we're pretty tight, you and I. From the get-go, really. We hit it off right from the get. If I came into work tomorrow and told you that I've got a waxing business on the side, you'd probably be a little surprised. But let's just get beyond that. And if I told you my 5-year-old son, little Donnie, was waxing guys' rods and bee-holes all day long, you would call Child Protective Services so fast it would, and we're best friends, and you'd call somebody about that.
I'd certainly consult like a Ryan Pasiga and ask, how much trouble is my friend in here? This is wrong.
I mean, you got to be out of your mind.
Yeah, it seems pretty wrong to me. After discovering that,
and again, you grew up with a nudist family.
Well, yeah,
that's
not mine
crazy.
specifically, but a buddy of mine's. Yes, they were nudists.
That still just throws me into a panic.
And shaving habits were different back then, Ashley. It's not like it is today. I mentioned before my sister-in-law has like her own salon, and part of that is to take care of that area for folks. And my wife would go there to take care of business, and I always thought that was awful strange.
So her own sister is waxing her brown star for her.
Well, I don't know if she's going back there. I think it's more up front, but
that's wrong.
Yeah, she hasn't done that in a while, gone there. But to me, I thought, well, I don't have that relationship with one of my siblings.
I don't really know how to feel about that.
Yeah, you and your brother aren't. You take care of mine, I'll take care of yours.
No, I wouldn't even shave his back if he asked me to.
I don't know. Sisters are so different.
Yeah, that's what she told me. She's like, it's different.
Yeah, no, it isn't. You have. I'm sorry, but I would love a recap, and I'm sorry that I forget this every time. But you would go and spend time at a friend's house as a 12-year-old, 13-year-old?
Yeah, for a few years.
Okay, right?
I would just take the bus home with him, and we'd hang out.
You would go spend time with this friend of yours, and his mother and father would freely walk naked in front of you.
Yeah, mostly the mom. The dad was at work, and the mom ran a daycare. So she'd be naked.
That's the craziest part.
She'd be naked around little kids, and then us as, still little kids, as preteens there.
So did you ever inform your parents of
No, I was too scared to tell them.
Okay.
I was very uncomfortable, so I'd always say, hey, let's go up to your room, and play. And
there's no way that the parents of these children she was caring for, there's no way they knew that she was walking around naked, correct?
I can't imagine. I mean, I never asked. She did tell us one time, because I had asked my friend, I'm like, hey, I'm pretty uncomfortable with this. This is odd. And he must have told his mom, and she sat me down. Now, she was clothed when we had this conversation and told me, it's natural, and kind of went through all the
That's not her job.
the things someone's, who might be into that would tell you.
So looking back now, would you ever send your kid to be cared for by someone who did that in front of them?
No, and I know had I told my parents, they never would have. I just didn't know how to bring it up. We didn't talk about that kind of thing growing up. Nothing sexual. Nothing like that.
I can believe it.
Yeah.
Knowing you the way that I do, I can believe you.
I couldn't even imagine bringing something like that up.
You did not have a lot of open sexual conversations in in your household.
Not at all.
I'm sorry that I make you recap this so often, but I forget the details, and I am so fascinated by that.
Yeah, it was odd, to say the least.
I can't even imagine, man. Was the mom somebody you would want to see naked at that age?
At that age, I wasn't
Christ.
paying too much attention. Or maybe I don't know how to say that. I wasn't super horny yet. I don't know what else to say.
I guess I couldn't remember exactly what age you said. I thought maybe you were like 12, 13 or something.
I didn't really. I was a little later of a bloomer.
Gotcha.
Yeah. 12, 13. If you would have put a full-on naked lady in front of me, I would have been. My pants would have broken.
Oh, yeah, I was a late bloomer for that.
You weren't, as you just put it a minute ago, you weren't super horny. And there's one more word. You weren't super horny yet.
No.
At that point. I was beyond super horny as a 12, 13-year-old.
I got super horny eventually.
You eventually got super horny.
Yeah, but I was older. I was older when that happened.
What year did you get super horny?
Age-wise?
Yeah.
14, about.
Okay,
14, 15.
It was right around the bend.
Yeah, I was close.
Yeah, so not like 25 or something. It was you're still in the wheelhouse.
Oh, no, yeah, it started around 14.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I can't let it go. Who did this lady think she was walking around nude in front of other people's children?
I don't remember the full conversation we had, but when somebody makes themselves out to be more important and meaningful than they should. That's kind of how she was.
Oh, there you go.
And I don't mean to besmirch folks that are in adult nudist colonies, that kind of thing.
That's not what we're talking about.
Yeah, no, not at all, not at all. So
that's very, very different than what we're talking about. Sure, I can see how some people would take this the wrong way. We're talking about adults who get naked in front of children that are not their own.
Yeah.
Their parents don't know about it.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that in front of my own. I wouldn't be. I'd be afraid of all the terrible things they'd say about my genitalia.
Well, now I got to go this route now. Coming from a household that did not have any sexual conversations, open sexual conversations, has history repeated itself in your home?
We're more open about that. Not like we don't talk about like we would here, but try and make it. Hey, if you ever have any. I mean, they're not too interested in talking about it with us.
Oh.
Sure. Yeah, no kid is.
Why not? A pro like you?
Yeah.
He doesn't want advice from the master? The woodsman. Refer to yourself as the woodsman.
Just like sarcastically.
You ever got any questions for the boss? When it comes to banging, you come and see Daddy.
I would say, people are way more open about it nowadays.
Oh, hell yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, and I had questions I wanted to ask, but I just knew I couldn't. I had some questions.
What were some of your questions?
Oh, I wanted to know if you could run out.
Oh, yeah, I remember you bringing that up once.
Like if I knew I wanted to have kids at some point, and I thought, do you only have a certain amount here, or what happens?
Yeah, the tank is empty if you crank it too many times.
Yeah. So I thought I better make sure I'm careful here.
The one sex talk my brother and I had with our dad went like this. We were about 16 years old, my brother and I. We were leaving for a keg party, and as our asses were almost out the door, the old man sitting at the bar with a cigarette, his bar, not a public, in the house, smoking a cigarette. He goes, "Hey, before you guys go, you're wearing those rubbers, aren't you?" And we said, "Well, yeah," even though that was a lie. Mm-hmm. And he said, "Well, good. I don't want any friggin' babies." That was it. That was the only.
That's enough.
Yeah. That was enough for me. Yeah.
Almost had a sex talk with my dad in 6th grade in school. We read Judy Blume's "Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret."
Yeah.
And they talked about some adult things, I guess. As I remember as a kid, and so I'd asked my dad about some of them, and he wouldn't really share anything with me.
He wanted the conversation to end as soon as possible?
Yeah, pretty much. Because I was like, we were talking about like having kids in school and stuff, and I asked my dad, I'm like, well, when he told me, he kind of confirmed the process, I was disgusted. I'm like, yuck. Why would somebody do that?
Well, you still have pretty much the same feeling about it.
Yeah, a lot of guilt, too.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, well, how do you know when it worked? And he's like, I'm like, well, how do you know? I wanted to know specifically, like, is there a time or how do you know? And he wouldn't tell me, And to this day, I'm kind of glad he didn't.
So it's like when you're cooking a turkey and the little thing pops or
Yeah,
something.
that's what I wanted. Like, what's the sign here? Does she say, "Hey, I'm pregnant," or what happens?
Oh God!
I
no.
declare pregnancy.
I'll tell you what. I'm terrified to even look at texts after this conversation.
Yeah.
You guys tell me if there's anything I need to know.
Yeah,
I'd imagine I'm getting just torn apart.
You know what? I'm going to go over there. I'm going to look at the text.
Just be nice to me, please. I'm vulnerable. After discovering that her estranged husband euthanized her 2 treasured rescue dachshunds, a devastated British dog owner did the only thing a person can do in that situation. She borrowed a brutal page from Smashley's playbook, reached for a knife, and stabbed his ass. That woman is 64-year-old Claire Bridger, who later found herself on trial for attempted murder after stabbing the man she'd been married to for nearly 4 decades in the chest and stomach.
She double tapped.
He killed her dogs?
Yes. He's got a reason, and you can tell me
okay, he's got
your
a reason.
thoughts. He has an excuse, he said. By then, the couple had been separated for about a year. During that time, the dachshunds stayed in the care of her ex. After the breakup, he found himself unable to keep the pets. They were described as having behavioral issues, and after unsuccessful efforts to find someone willing to take them, he decided to have them put down. A registered school nurse, Bridger, told the court earlier this month that the months leading up to the attack had been grueling. She said she struggled to cope with the separation and was pushed over the edge when she learned the dogs were dead. She testified she temporarily had amnesia, brought on by the stress and some alcohol, and said she lost it after discovering the couple's beloved dachshunds had been put to sleep. The mother of 2 said she never intended to kill the man, though admitted she definitely intended to stab his ass.
Wait, so it's been a year and a half and she's still like going through it?
Yes. Yes, she is.
All right.
They were together for 40 years.
Yeah.
40 years.
Must be quite the change.
She'll get there eventually.
They never said why she didn't have the dogs.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. If she loves them so much, I would never leave my dogs behind.
She must have been in a situation where she couldn't either.
That's true.
She told the court that her next clear recollection was a neighbor physically pulling her away from her husband and continuing to scream, "He killed my dogs," when police arrived.
She blacked out.
Yeah. Luckily, he survived. She's scheduled to be sentenced in March.
I do think it's strange that he didn't give her a chance.
I don't know if he did or not. That's what's weird. I read a few stories on it, and it wasn't really clear.
Most people would.
That'd be troubling for anybody.
Yeah.
I don't know about stabbing someone with the old, how did you say it, Ashley, the double tap?
Yeah.
Well, you guys know the story about my bro. He found out his dog was dead when he came home from high school, lifted up the trash can on his folks' property to throw a pop away, and his dog was in there.
Jesus. Yeah. That'll stay with you.
Yeah, that's so dark, dude.
That's going to come up in a therapy session one day.
And
How's that guy doing?
He's fine. You guys all have met him, I'm sure. He walks into his dad and says, "What the hell's going on?" And the dad says, "What are you talking about?" Well, Ernie's in the trash can. And the dad said, "Well, yeah, he's dead. What do you want me to do with him?"
You didn't put him in a bag?
No, they put him in the trash can.
Should I have recycled him? What's the problem?
His dad said, "What am I supposed to do with a dead dog? Mount it on the wall? He's dead."
Here's a couple random dogs and cats facts for you. 36th President of the United States, Lyndon B. Johnson had 2 beagles. He named them him and her.
Oh, Jesus, that's stupid.
I kind of like it.
During World War I, the British had 500,000 cats enlisted in the Army.
What?
Mostly to kill rats on ships or bases.
Oh, yeah, I heard that one. But that's fascinating.
You're right into one of those cats. Thank you for your service.
Yeah, right. I'm picturing they got like little dog tags.
You go up and
they celebrate Veterinarians Day. One of them, named Simon, even got a Medal of Valor for surviving a brutal attack and continuing to kill rats. And get ready to party. Today's National Answer Your Cat's Question Day, designed to encourage cat owners to pay closer attention to their feline companions' subtle cues, behaviors, and vocalizations to better understand the needs and deepen the bond by imagining just what question, if your cat could talk, it might ask.
I'd probably be wondering what the hell this baby thing is at the house.
Yeah, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
And maybe feed me more.
What
Yeah,
question?
she's iffy about it.
You have to imagine what question your cat might ask. Wow. I have no idea. I'm still picturing this cat on a battleship in World War II.
Yeah. Also,
and then-
what kind of attack did this cat get into?
Well, like probably a torpedo attack, on a ship, or trading fire with a airplane, that kind of. I'm sure that's what they mean. And that cat, I mean, what a lucky bastard. Everyone else on the boat is terrified for their lives, and the cat, being a stupid cat, is just going, wow, pretty loud around here.
If I was a soldier, I would be completely useless because I'd be so focused on the well-being of all the cats. Are they safe?
I would, too. I think I probably would be very protective of the animals.
Some guy's dying, bleeding out, and Ashley's protecting the cats.
Yeah.
Just giving a cat mouth to mouth.
Yeah.
Ashley's got a ball of twine in the corner of the ship playing with the cat.
Oh, look at you guys see that?
How do they keep finding our ships? Well, Ashley's over there with a laser pointer, lighting up the deck just to play with the cats.
Ball of yarn.
Netflix adds a new comedy series today titled Free Bert, with comedian Bert Kreischer
Buckle up, Ashley.
Oh, I'm excited.
Turning his stand-up persona loose in scripted form.
Does he take his shirt off?
I would imagine so.
I don't think he really does that too much anymore. I guess
Sorry, I blew up.
I haven't really noticed, but he lost like a bunch of weight, so it's not as funny anymore.
I'm sorry.
You're in too good a shape. It's not funny
Yeah,
anymore.
nah.
It's weird. I'm glad you brought that up because just this morning I was reading a stat that airlines are predicted to save several $100 million a year because of Ozempic.
That's crazy.
With so many people losing weight
I know some
and fuel
people on that.
costs, to be
Wow,
specific.
that is bananas. That
is
somebody did that arithmetic.
I know.
No kidding. We're really
I'd imagine it was the people who make Ozempic. I don't know.
a lot of us are really thinning out, aren't we? We're all dialed into
Yeah.
that Ozempic.
The show follows Kreischer as he stumbles.
You should probably try some of it.
Oh, don't do that, Josh.
I'm starting with diet and exercise. It's a last resort.
I'll get you a bucket of that Ozempic.
The show follows Kreischer as he stumbles through the polished rituals of Beverly Hills after his daughters enroll at an ultra-exclusive private school, forcing him to navigate high-status snob social codes and a world that treats his unfiltered family mayhem as a minor offense.
Kind of tired of watching Josh try to squeeze through the studio doors here every morning.
They're putting in bigger doors.
I did. Ashley and I recommended bigger doors.
They're doing it.
Yeah, you're welcome.
They're going to do it. They won't buy us new microphones, but they are going to make it easier to get in here. Tonight on HBO, part one of a two-part special about the life and career of actor, comedian, and director Mel Brooks, called Mel Brooks, the 99-year-old man.
He's still alive?
Yeah, he's still alive.
F me running.
Part two airs tomorrow night, and opening in limited release, a new music documentary about the band Megadeth called Megadeth Behind the Mask in theaters today only.
What? In movie theaters?
Yeah.
A movie about Megadeth?
Yeah, yep.
F me.
Frontman Dave Mustaine reflects on 40 years of the band in the one-night-only event. Featuring career-spanning interviews, he premieres the band's final album with exclusive track-by-track insights on their final studio album. Megadeth, whose new album is released tomorrow.
You know one Megadeth song lyric that I just can't get over because I think it's so cool sounding? I'm going to say it, and you're going to tell me the song, Josh. Are you ready?
I'm probably not if it's a lyric.
Until all is lost, personal holocaust.
I couldn't tell you.
Foreclosure of a dream.
Dang it, I was even going to guess that.
How the hell do you not know Foreclosure of a Dream?
I know Foreclosure of a
Don't
Dream.
fight.
I love that song, but I did not know.
I thought I said that pretty Dave-like, too.
Not bad.
I liked whatever it was.
Wasn't that written about Minnesota farming or something? I thought
Good question.
Dave told us that at one point.
Until all is lost, personal holocaust, foreclosure of a dream.
Megadeth.
That's pretty good Dave Mustaine right there, if I could say so myself.
Megadeth is opening for Iron Maiden this fall on Maiden's Run for Your Lives World Tour.
You're going to cry like a child.
Oh, I know.
And I'll be right there with you.
What a great show that's going to be.
Yeah.
Plus, I really want to check out that new Mystic Lake Amphitheater where that show will be held. Before we go, and I'm sorry we're running so late, A WNBA All-Star.
Who cares?
Caitlin Clark is 24. Celebrity chef Guy Fieri, 58. Exorcist star Linda Blair, 67. And original Journey singer and Rock and Roll Hall of Famer Steve Perry, 77.
Steve Perry.
QA Jesus text in a shout-out to the Becker and Foley Fire Departments who fought a house fire last night. He said they got done about 1 a.m. this morning and, quote, it was cold as F.
Oh,
I bet it was. Is there a chance they add Steve Perry to that Maiden Megadeth program?
Can you imagine? Like, yeah, he opens the whole show.
Oh, just get me a bucket.
That's too much good stuff. One Away Jesus would like to shout out the city of Zimmerman. They had a 7-year-old girl abducted last night. Maybe you saw that story.
Yep.
And he said, I think every citizen showed up looking, and they did find that child safe, thankfully. And I lay anything fuzzy flooring, Jesus. Message the Luther Bloomington Kia text line. A happy
Did you just fall and die?
Are you okay, Dana?
He has to go plug in the thing.
Oh,
okay.
no. Should I go slower?
Yeah, maybe give him some extra time.
And we've been running so late. He wanted to say happy birthday to his cabin brother, Joe P. Where is he?
Joe
You want
P,
some
what's
more?
up?
I can sing some more Megadeth to you.
We can never have too much Megadeth. There he is.
Hey, we're good.
Stupid news on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
If you're just joining us, here's something we covered to start the show. We talked about hating our family members, praying for their death, sibling rivalries, things like that. Got a couple of text messages. Check this out, Cubby. One of our listeners said, my brother beat me at pocket billiards 40, maybe 50 times in a row. And I finally beat him. Finally got it done. And my brother turned to me and said, I'll let you win.
Oh, that
Couldn't
sucks.
even give him that. Oh, no. That'll stick in a guy's craw.
It's bogus.
We talked about some of the piss and vinegar that exists between a set of twins. Sure, Josh asked a question earlier. Have you ever met a set of twins who just seemed harmonious and just they loved every damn thing about? Yeah, I've met a couple sets of twins. I am one half of a set of twins. I've met a couple sets of twins over the years that just seemed to be 1,000% in tune with each other, and they were each other's biggest fan and all that corny crap. But most sets of twins I've met, there's a lot of static between them. Trash Trucker Jesus said he has identical twin boys, and they're closing in on their 12th birthday. He says, some days I think I'm going to come home and find body parts. Other days they're best friends. He said, it's chaos.
There's a lot of people texting in with twins. One person texted in and they have 2 sets of twins.
Oh, man.
Oh.
How many of us have them?
Twins.
Ones we can depend on?
Twins.
2 sets.
Yeah, I wonder if this is IVF related.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, you
that's
do
really
hear that.
common.
You hear it's more common now, right?
Mm-hmm.
How many of us use it? IVF. That one didn't fly, huh? Not much of a ring to that one?
I think we got to go back to the drawing board on that.
Okay. All right.
Although it's growing on me.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'm kind of
You want to try it again?
running it through my head.
You've experienced similar things or the exact same thing?
Yes.
IV, right?
Yep, my youngest, IVF.
You should be the one who comes up with the second verse. I've got how many of us have them, IVF. You need to come up with the second verse since you've been there. I don't know anything. So let's try it. You got a second verse yet?
Sure.
How many of us have it, IVF? Where were you?
Oh, I didn't want to interrupt what you had. Okay. Low sperm count. That doesn't work either. Bad junk.
This friggin'
Wayward coolant.
This AI movement. You guys love this AI gimmick, don't you?
No.
I still don't really know much about it.
Yeah, I'm not against it because I also don't know much about it.
Other than that, I can just make funny animated photos of my friends doing dumb things. That's about all I've ever messed with.
Well, I can tell you like certain apps and stuff now.
I'm sorry. That came out of nowhere. You know what?
How much of us bronchitis? Yeah. I know apps are now putting it in. They're building it in.
Yeah,
right.
it's weird.
So certain apps have it.
Artificial intelligence, by God. Everyone's talking about it. I haven't really followed it too closely. All this artificial intelligence going around town. I mean, you tell me, in your opinion, is it good or is it bad?
I mean, I think it's a little of both, right?
Yeah, I guess I still don't know too much about it. I've seen it more and more. Like Gmail now has a thing that will pop up like a summary of an email. Like Josh will send me an email of a news story. Can you pull this audio clip? And then the AI summary will say, Josh wants to know if you can pull this audio clip. Oh, thank you. That's very helpful. Great. I couldn't have deduced that by just reading Josh's, hey, can you pull this?
I get a response that says, Dana's pissed at you because he doesn't want you to email him anymore.
Doctors have had to up and speak out about AI. The doctors are saying that we should not take health advice from AI robots, chatbots, whatever the proper term is. Specifically, one piece of advice that's been dumped online by chatbots on something called Grok, Grok, and another something or another called Gemini. These are two separate websites.
Yeah, it's different AI models.
Yeah, Grok.
Different companies.
I think Grok is on Twitter and Gemini is a Google thing.
Yeah, Grok. That's the Tesla guy. Why can't I think of his name?
Elon Musk.
Yeah, Elon Musk. That's his, isn't that?
I believe so, yeah.
Oh, yeah. If it's on Twitter, then yeah. Of course.
I'm told here that Grok and Gemini are similar to ChatGPT. So anyways, here's the bit of advice that real, live, living, breathing, highly educated doctors are telling us to ignore. AI robots on Grok and Gemini have been telling folks to go ahead and keister garlic because it's good for you.
I mean, we've brought it up before. I had the best customer service experience I ever had was with AI, and I was very embarrassed that I didn't realize. I had no idea it was AI. So, I mean, it can be kind of convincing.
Artificial intelligence have been telling folks to grab a handful of that garlic. What is it? What's it like before it's shredded and put on my SpaghettiOs? Is it like a stalk, like
It's
broccoli?
Clove.
It's a clove?
Like a bulb?
Yeah, bulbs.
So they're telling folks to grab a handful of garlic and force it up your own can.
I don't know. I might ask a human doctor something like, is this really a thing?
Yeah, I probably wouldn't trust it.
You'd seek the advice of a human being.
I would, yes.
Yeah.
Especially someone who is educated in such manners.
Are you effing kidding me? There's no way a computer is telling me to do anything. Not only is there zero evidence of any medical benefits to fisting your back door with garlic, doctors say you stand a good chance of injuring your tender little fart pipe.
I would think so.
With more than 40 million people asking artificial intelligence chat characters medical questions every day, doctors fear that many of those fools followed the orders of the AI machines and they upped and took garlic to prom, jamming it into the old cornhole. The chat robots, by the way, are telling folks that anal garlic parties do wonderful things for the immune system. And that's just simply untrue. Other medical nonsense that chat robots have spit out into the universe. Here's one. Your heart has a fixed number of beats, so exercise shortens your life.
What?
Also, a chatbot told a live human being that a certain diabetes medication will make a feller's pecker fall off. And apparently those are false statements, but AI chatbots have given that advice to people.
If I'm going to cram that is a bulb up my exit ramp, you better believe it's going to have a filament in it. I want to make one of those news shows where some guy has a light bulb up his butt.
I'm sorry, there's a new television show doing what?
No, one of those shows where they show, like, hey, here's all the x-rays of people who have weird things up their butts. Have you seen the one with the light bulb? Hilarious. It's the funniest one. Although that cool, or what with the thermos we were just talking about yesterday.
Oh, that was impressive.
That was a pretty good one, too. If I'm going to be embarrassed by that, I'd rather have it be a keeper.
So, as outrageous as it sounds, as uncool as it sounds these days, experts recommend that if you have a legitimate health concern, you go talk to a live human being about it, one that's educated and licensed to give you advice.
Well, even before AI, I know doctors would get frustrated by people Googling symptoms and thinking the worst and making their own diagnosis before they even came into the doctor.
Oh, yeah, WebMD used to get ripped on by doctors quite a bit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Google usually tells you have cancer.
Yes, exactly.
Every time.
And every time.
Yeah, I certainly Google stuff going, oh, what's going on here? And it's like, oh, boy, get your things in order. But that AI stuff is concerning. I mean, if you had trouble enough finding out what was real on social media, now it's way more convincing.
Well, especially the videos, too. It's anytime I see a video or a photo, I have to think to myself, is this real or is this AI? And sometimes you can't tell the difference.
Yeah, and even, the audio.
Mm-hmm.
Fake clips from people.
Stuff,
that's concerning to me. And then people are texting, and what about the AI music? Right. There's AI music that's charting.
Yes.
We talked about a woman a few weeks ago, or maybe it was even longer now, who was making millions from just putting in the correct prompts, I guess, to make music.
To make a pop song.
Here's a text message from Poopfoot Jesus. He said, "Where does this AI live? I'm going to beat its ass." I'm not telling you where AI lives.
The only AI I like is Allen Iverson.
For a while I didn't, but now I kind of do. I'm with you on that.
The Urology Foundation. I hadn't heard of them until today. Josh, with the amount of times your little Johnson has been jagged around by a doctor, you should probably be a member, and don't get cute with that, of the Urology Foundation.
Sure, been to many urologists.
Yeah.
Couple of the funnier people you could ever meet. Good sense of humor.
I think you have to in that job. Have a good sense of humor.
Yeah, I'm sure. Try and break the ice.
Right.
People are nervous and embarrassed.
Nobody's excited to go there.
No.
I remember Dice, in one of Dice's comedy records, he makes fun of D-doctors. He says something like, how do you go home and, try to be an adult for your family after you look down my hole like it was a friggin' periscope? The Urology I don't know if the Urology Foundation is based in England. It doesn't matter. What I do know is they've busted loose with a fun gimmick, specifically aimed at British dudes. They're looking for the British dudes to share with the world the nickname they have for their peckers. #NameIt is what they call this little game. I'm guessing you can find that pretty easily on the godless social media. According to the story, by putting this conversation out there, this conversation about tallywhacker nicknames, they're trying to raise awareness about terrible penile cancer. Says here about 80% of British fellers have a nickname for their rod.
I wonder how many people give themselves one or are given one. Like a lot of times nicknames you're given by somebody else. But when it comes to penises, I wonder how that works out.
Do you know anyone who has a nickname for their pecker?
Yeah, I have a couple.
You do?
Yeah.
Right, you do. Yeah, right. But that was for on-air purposes. It's not
not in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody asked,
I love the nicknames that you've given your private.
Well, you know how sometimes like a skinny guy or a fat guy will be called Slim or something like that? So that works for my first one, which is Girthquake.
I know exactly what you mean there, Slim.
Yeah. This took a turn on me.
Girthquake
and the other one is Private First Class Terry Tickles.
Well done.
Which, by the way, I can finish sex before I can get that nickname out.
So that's a long one.
Yeah. Thank you for that. You're wrong, but thank you.
80% of British dudes have a nickname for their rod.
I think I've never, well, maybe it's just something you don't share in polite company, but I've never known anyone who has had a nickname for their penis.
Me either.
Or even like known a woman who said, hey, my husband's penis blankety blank. Never heard that either.
Ashley, you've never given a
No.
penis a nickname?
Nope.
If you were to give your penis a nickname, what would it be? 651-989-9393. This should prove to be fun. Go ahead. What's the nickname you think is best for your dirty little acorn? If you were to nickname, real quick off the top of your head, Ashley, if you were to give your husband's pecker a nickname, what would it be? Want me to let you think on that for a second? Or do you have one right away? Mr. Adequate?
I don't know. Maybe he's got a birthmark on there.
Oh,
So
gross.
it's gotta be something like that. Yeah.
Oh, no. Mark. Then you name it Mark.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I'm also curious and also terrified to know what my wife's nickname for mine would be.
Oh, text her and ask.
Yeah, I'll ask her.
Oh, I'm going to text my wife and ask.
Oh, I'm sure she's gonna love that. Hasn't she been? She's been sick. She's 6:40 in the morning. Oh, my husband texted me.
and my wife's at work. Hopefully somebody reads this over her shoulder.
Again, 80% of British men have a nickname for their penis. You want to hear a couple of the nicknames? I got to warn you, they're really effing stupid.
Yeah, sure.
Well, they're British, aren't they? So I imagine it's like bangers and mash or something.
No.
Okay.
That's a decent guess. Girth Vader, that doesn't even work.
No.
It doesn't work. And that's really the best of all of them. That's about as creative as the English are capable of right there. So this name it gimmick, they're looking for guys to admit, I guess, what nickname they've given or someone else has given their dong. This name it gimmick also features something here called an online pecker checker. So guys can recognize the signs of prick cancer. They say here, look out for the lumps and bumps, Cubby. I got cancer at a prick. What are you talking about, cancer at a prick? Oh, you didn't know that? I'm in the medical books for that. What movie, Donnie Brasco? There's also a name generator involved in this name it bit. That is there for bros who don't yet have a hilarious nickname for their special purpose. They will generate a nickname for you.
Oh, I bet that's AI. Going back to our first story. Bet you anything that's AI.
Again, if you were to give your schmuck a nickname, what would it be? 651-989-9393. Or if you were to give your partners a nickname, what makes sense to you? What would...
These are... I'm not trying to be gross here, but they're coming in fast. A couple, so I'm trying to get a couple here. Mr. Peabody, somebody said. I named mine Secret because it's strong enough for a man, but made for a woman. That one's pretty good.
I do see a lot of them arriving on our text machine.
McRibbed.
McRibbed?
McRibbed.
Somebody said tadpole would work for me.
Tadpole?
Yeah.
I just talked about dice a minute ago, and I think it inspired some people to nickname their penis Stanley. You know, like the power drill. What movie? The Adventures of Ford Fairlane. What year? 1990. Thank you for your text. We'll have to take a minute later to organize all this.
My wife said, I don't know, I'm not very creative, but she has a type. And she says she'd probably go with LL Cool J for LL Cool Johnson. So, makes sense.
Yeah, that
I
makes
like
sense
that.
for her. Book nerd Sheeza said that her husband annoyed her this morning, so she's going to go ahead and call his penis Smalls.
Not so Biggie Smalls.
You and Smalls are headed off to work, huh? Is maybe something the wife would say out loud. Back to this robot-related jibber-jabber. Someone's going to get their chops busted for this, I would imagine. This ain't good. Says here in China, for Pete's sake, a robot got itself arrested for fighting a 70-year-old woman. What the F-ola? Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. The robot was arrested for frightening a 70-year-old woman.
You can get arrested for frightening.
Personally, I'm not afraid to fight a 70-year-old. I don't know about the rest of you, or a 7-year-old. But I misread that. The robot was arrested for frightening a 70-year-old lady. Apparently, in this here Chinese neighborhood, they have little 4-foot-tall robot cops walking the streets at night on the lookout for derelicts. Ain't that something?
That'd be a sight to see.
Have you seen those robot dogs?
Yes.
Yeah, they're cool.
Those are pretty cool.
So they got robot cops wandering around the neighborhood at night. Problem is, one of those little robots got a little squirrely. It didn't know where it was going. It got all glitchy, like robots do. And the damn thing just barrel-assed smooth over the top of an old lady. Just rolled right over. Big, cold robot feet smashing her in the ass into the sidewalk. She got all scraped up, and she's pretty pissed about it. She got hauled off to the hospital. She decided not to press charges against the robot.
I'd be interested in how that court case went.
The problem was, I guess, on this particular night, Josh, like I was saying, it's a robot, so they get glitchy and squirrely. This wacky robot cop, it doesn't know everything just yet. It's still learning. This is how they put it. They said the robot cop and the old lady were walking towards each other. The robot cop doesn't yet understand human courtesy of stepping aside. So it just walked right over Grandma. It like Booker T style scissor kicked her out of the way as it was. It didn't know to step aside and let her stay left and he'll stay right. It just made a beeline and rolled right over Grandma. The Grandma lady. This area of China has its share of robot cops, most of them direct traffic. This here is the first one to kick a human's ass like that and get arrested.
I wonder if they have any of those here anywhere. It seems like you always hear about them in different countries.
Robot cops? So. I don't know. Detroit would be the spot, wouldn't it?
That's where it originated, the idea at least.
Come with me or there will be trouble.
I do want to go see that RoboCop statue in Detroit.
I think I would get emotional.
Me too. And I want to run the Rocky stairs in Philadelphia.
I did that before.
Did you actually run up them?
We ran up them, and we were all excited, and we get to the top, we're sweating, and we're looking around, we're like, where's the statue? And they're like, oh, they just moved it up here for the filming of the movie. The statue's actually all the way back down where he started running from.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So we thought we were going to get to the top and see the statue and all kind of jump around and celebrate. And no, it's right down there, right at the bottom of the stairs. You just ran up for no reason.
That's disappointing.
It is.
I want it to be where it's in the movie.
I know.
So Detroit has a real-life RoboCop statue. What doesn't make any sense? Real live. What am I talking about? But Detroit has a RoboCop statue.
Yes. They've had it forever, really, but it was kind of an argument on where to put it. So they made it a long time ago. It's just nobody could agree on where to keep it.
I think I would likely get emotional, and I think I would probably thank Officer Murphy for his service.
You'd have to.
It's 11 feet tall.
That RoboCop statue?
Really?
Yeah, that's
Jeez,
awesome.
That's huge.
They'll fix you. They fix everyone.
What a great movie. Disturbing when you see it as a very young person, but great.
I can't talk about RoboCop. I can't talk about it.
What do you think of the nickname for the penis? Richard Roundtree. Shaft. Do you like that one?
It's kind of cute. We asked our listeners if they were to give a nickname to their wad, or if they wanted to give a nickname to their partner's wad, what would it be? 651-989-9393. I like this one, Josh. One dude out there nicknamed his unit Dandelion because a good breeze makes it explode.
Do you like Stuart Smalley? Because
Smalley, right?
Yeah.
Stuart Smalley. I love that character, and I loved his movie. Stuart don't tell me. Stuart saves his family. Underrated, hilarious movie starring Al Franken as Stuart Smalley.
I didn't see that one.
Oh, dude. I mean, you like the character, right?
Oh, absolutely.
The movie is so effing good. It is perfect. I dig that vibe. I dig the Stuart vibe.
Captain Hook, that's very descriptive for a penis. It's Peyronie's type of thing.
Yeah, if you got one, that's a perfect name.
Usain Bolt, because he always finishes fast.
Rumple foreskin.
Should we tell the Stuart Smalley story again, Josh?
For our coworker? That one?
Yeah, the little kid.
Yep.
Years ago, we had a gal in the building, Beth. If anyone knows Beth, tell her we said hello. She had these two nephews that she would bring to every event, namely wrestling events. You know, Josh and I went to see a lot of WCW and WWE shows in the late 90s, and Beth would always go, and she'd bring her two nephews. They were like 12 and 10 years old or something, and they were such bright, clever, hilarious kids. I don't know if I'd ever met a couple of kids who were so sharp and humorous. And I think they ended up working in Hollywood or something. This is, 25 years. I think at this point they're 40, and they work in Hollywood writing movies, and it doesn't surprise me because, right, Josh, these kids were really bright.
Really, both of them, yep.
So the story is these two kids are at some event with Beth, and they see in the distance former twin Roy Smalley. And what normal 12-year-old kid thinks, I'm going to take this opportunity to embarrass that sumbitch? But that's the way they thought. They were brilliant. So the little kid puts on this little innocent face and walks up to Roy Smalley and says, your name is Smalley, right? And Roy, apparently, according to the story, he kind of smiled and kind of, well, yeah, that's me. And the little kid points his finger at him and looks into his eyes and says, Stuart Smalley, right? And the smile went off Roy Smalley's face pretty quick. He went out of his way as a 12-year-old to embarrass a 45-year-old man. That's brilliance.
Yeah.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
What's going on, podcast pimps? Dana here to once again sing the praises of Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. I got on the ball early. I already got my AC tuned up for summer, and I think you should too. An AC tune-up means better efficiency, fewer breakdowns, and peace of mind before we get choke slammed with heat. And right now, it's their early bird special. $45 off an AC tune-up or $90 when you add your furnace in as well. Smart folks like me don't wait for the first 80-degree day. We plan ahead. Book by May 25th and check it off your list at standardheating.com. Providing the comfort you deserve since 1930.
Years of hard work, and now you've got pain in your back, your shoulders, your knees, maybe your joints. You need help. Randy Shaver here with the answer. Dave Bialke. He's got over 30 years experience in getting workers' compensation benefits for people just like you. Don't suffer. Call Bialke Law today, 763-571-2410, or go to bialkelaw.com. That's BIALKE law.com. And it spells relief for you.
The United States Soccer Federation presents the U.S. Soccer Podcast.
My name is David Goss, and I'm joined by my co-host Megan Klinenberg.
And now we're giving people an inside look at the World Cup.
Time's ticking. I think you can feel the intensity. All the guys are wanting to really stake their claim, and they want to be on that World Cup roster. There's no doubt about it.
Hosting the World Cup on home soil comes with its pressures, but we're just really excited, just as the people are.
The U.S. Soccer Podcast, presented by Henco. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Stupid news on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
Absolutely. This is different for starters. Absolutely different. And I know what you're saying. You're probably saying, whatever, bitch. You know, how different could it be?
Rude.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Coming in hot.
I'll tell you, smartass. I'll tell you how different. What we have here is a couple people who were living in a chicken coop. What the hell are you doing living in a...
Some of those are nice, I guess.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think it's a little stinky from my experience.
They're pretty bougie looking.
I mean, maybe if they don't have chickens in there.
That's what I was picturing.
Yeah.
We got a couple people living in a chicken coop.
I've only been in one, and it really wasn't all that nice. Just kind of like a, You could tell it was homemade. It was pretty bad. A buddy of mine that has no business having chickens has chickens.
So everybody that I know that has chickens has no business having chickens.
Oh, really? I only know one.
Living in a chicken coop.
Any idea what the Wi-Fi situation is in that chicken coop?
Zero.
Oh.
Times are tough.
Honestly, I get it. Yeah, I bet rent is just outrageous.
This here is a story smooth out of West Virginia. And I guess that sounds a little bit West Virginia to me.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
But still, I mean, come on. I've never, ever heard of human beings living. This is a really bizarre story, obviously. It's a father and his grown daughter who are living together in a chicken coop, okay? As a lot of you know, it's tough enough being a grown person having to live in a normal house with one of your parents, you know, a normal house with walls and water and electricity. I wonder how much more difficult it is, Josh, to be living with your mom and dad in a chicken coop.
Yeah, that adds some complexity to the situation for sure.
I don't know. Maybe the drugs that they are probably clearly on help a little bit.
Yeah, I suppose that would kind of numb some pains here and there.
Those are close quarters, Cubby. No television, no internet, no couches or a refrigerator, just you and your parents surrounded by chicken coop things. You're laying in a pile of wood shavings or shredded newspaper.
Yeah, my parents are and were great, but as an adult, I don't think I'd want to live with them. In fact, I know I would not want to. Even when I was younger and lived with them, I tried, I think life's all perspective. You can take a situation, maybe look at it a different way, and things improve, hopefully. And so I would just say, yeah, my parents live with me, to try and make it seem like I was a little more successful as a teenager than I was. That didn't necessarily work. In this situation, I wonder how the adult child phrases it. Like, do you live with your what do you say?
God help us, I have no idea.
Tough to bring a dude back to the chicken coop where your dad lives.
Yeah, I was going to ask you how do you get around that situation?
Mm-hmm.
You stay at their house, obviously.
Yeah.
Now,
or their coop, wherever they live.
I still have one friend who lives with his mother, and he's 54 years old.
Does she need constant care?
No.
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 Is he in a situation where he needs?
No. Never left.
Are they tight? How's the relationship? Or they kind of hate each other? Because sometimes you hear these domestics, a lot of times in the stupid news, where they live together and can't stand each other.
They're friendly enough with each other, as far as I know.
The mom definitely's got to hate him a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Financial thing?
No.
Really?
He left to go to college. He lived up at St. Cloud State for 2-3 years. Other than that, he's lived at home with his mother. He's 54 years old. Anyway.
Oh, Lord.
How? I mean, is it kind of like a weird, close relationship?
No.
Really?
No.
Mom doesn't want him to go? Fly the coop, as it were?
No. I'm not putting it on his mama.
Did you say fly the coop? Just want to make sure
I'm
that
sorry?
was out there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not like
I
a
liked
situation about you didn't hear it. It's just that you didn't like it.
I don't. I think the guy just doesn't want to spend the money on his own property. At any rate, let me get to the. We can talk more about the shortcomings of my pal later if you want to. But he's 54 years old and he still lives with his mother.
I'm sorry, real quick. Weed Token Motorboat and Jesus texted in and said his wife has chickens and has no business having chickens. He said, and I'm allergic to eggs, so it really doesn't make any sense.
Do you ever cook those things when you have chickens, or is it pure eggs? Is that egg motivated?
I'm sorry? Cook the chicken?
Yeah.
Oh, kill the chicken. I know some people that, they'll raise some to slaughter, and then the others, they'll just have them doing their egg business.
I guess
egg business.
I guess I never asked my buddy what he does with those things. Do you have to have a rooster? He's got one.
I have no idea.
Because I had chickens, and then everyone was like, now you need a rooster. Oh, I mean, I got a rooster because the chickens would wander without the rooster. For some reason, once I got a rooster, then they were like, all right, we live here now. This is our happy family. So it was weird. I'm not sure if there's any truth to that, if that it actually helped, or if they just changed their ways.
Because the rooster, it's got to knock up, whatever they do to the egg, right? I don't know how it
works.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest, I have no idea. And I should know because I literally owned them, but I have no idea.
So you're also in the camp of people who own chickens that shouldn't have owned chickens.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I never wanted to. People dropped off animals at my freaking house, and we're like, here you go. That's how I got a cat that I didn't want. That's how I got goats that I didn't want.
That's how, like, sometimes parents get, like, that's how my parents got a rabbit, because my sister just left it when she moved. I have some friends that's how they got a turtle. The parents move, or the kids move out, and they're just left with whatever animal that is.
So we got a father and daughter here living together in a chicken coop in West Virginia. I don't know if this father-daughter combo is sharing the chicken coop with any actual chickens. But damn, that might be the worst living conditions I've ever heard of. I mean, Smokey once got so high that he found himself sitting in Debo's pigeon coop, but that was just temporary. So the main draw to this story is what we've already discussed. Father-daughter living in a chicken coop. That's all we really need to know, really, but there is more. The rest of the story involves a stabbing. Check this out. The daughter, I believe, out of this father-daughter combo, the daughter had to stab someone who tried to break into their chicken coop. So hang on a minute. We've established that it would really suck balls to have to live in a chicken coop. You're probably at a very low point in your life. But I got to know, who is the sumbitch who is in such a dark place that they find themselves breaking into a chicken coop?
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
For what? For the corn and the soybean meal? What are you... So I guess the daughter character living in the chicken coop had to stab someone because they were breaking into the coop. I gotta see this neighborhood.
Yeah, what if maybe everybody there lives in a chicken coop?
Maybe everybody. Apparently, after the cops got wind of this comedy show, they found out that the derelict who broke into the chicken coop, where again a father and daughter were living together, the derelict said that the daughter owed him money. Again, I gotta see these people, and I gotta see this neighborhood.
I saw the woman.
Yeah,
that broke in, and about what you'd expect.
Yeah.
You know, Cubby, I would imagine that if I lived in a chicken coop, I probably wouldn't need a roommate. I think I could handle the rent all by myself on that joint. But, you know, that's just me talking. I would think I wouldn't need a roommate to cover the bills.
I would hope that's the case.
Yeah, you could probably cover, like, the upkeep, sweep every once in a while.
Yeah, whoever lived there first, strangely enough, I mean, they've resorted to a chicken coop. They're in a better position than the person that had to move in.
That's a good point.
Who was there first?
Yeah,
the father
that
or
does
the
make
daughter?
a difference.
Yeah, I don't know who was there first, mom or dad or his daughter. That is effed up. I've never heard of living in a stinking chicken coop.
Yeah, tough to have much privacy in a chicken coop, I imagine.
Oh, here, somebody says people who are homeless at times will go crash in one of those because they're heated and enclosed. They had an issue in Ramsey of something like this?
There's always an issue in Ramsey.
Yeah, true. You have to be a little more specific.
Yeah, they are nice and toasty in there.
I mean, where are you supposed to squeeze your carcass in, though? I mean, the little huts they build, they're built for chickens, for Pete's sake, and they got little heaters in there. I mean, I suppose if you snuggle your body up against the hutch, maybe you'll feel a little heat.
I had one that was big enough where, you probably have like 3 people lay down in there.
Really?
And still have more room, yeah.
Where do you go potty? Maybe there's
in the chicken coop.
Yeah, right there with the chickens.
One of the corners.
Somebody just scoops it out every once in a while.
So you're a victim, Ashley. You couldn't turn away these chickens or goats or cats because you said
they would get left there, and then they would
you're
leave.
not home?
And I'm like, what is happening? Like one time,
they were left there. You weren't there to.
The chickens and the rooster were the weirdest because they were like in like these dog kennels. I was like, what is? All right, I guess this can be a thing now. And then my dog killed them eventually.
Oh. Yeah, I had chickens in a dog kennel. I could have said no. You know the story. 2 of my friends brought me chickens for my birthday. Ha ha, very funny. I guess when I was drunk at the state fair at one point or another, and I have no memory of this at all. I guess when I was drunk at the state fair, we were in the chicken barn, and I said, hey, man, it might be cool to own chickens. And my friends ran with that, and they brought 2 chickens to my house for my birthday. I didn't want them. I could have said no, but in the end I said, okay, I'll try it. It lasted a month. One of them died. The other one got sent back to where he came from. So
we have an answer as to why there was that issue in Ramsey. The same person got back to us and said it's because of the proximity to Anoka. That's why it's too close to Anoka for things not to be going on.
I hear you. Caught on video, as they say. Here's one of those deals for you that was all recorded on camera. It was. And the video's been going round and round. You know how it goes. First off, and this will give you an idea where we're headed with this next story. We've had a couple of ridiculous moments in this here building over the years where people had to stick up their ass about parking.
Oh, my gosh.
Here at the radio station.
Ridiculous.
There were people who thought they, quote, owned a particular parking spot out in the lot. People who would say, hey, who parked in my spot this morning?
Yeah, we've mentioned this before, so sorry if you've heard it, but there was a guy that worked at one of our sister stations here who, just wherever I parked, he parked right next to me. That was kind of his thing. And I'm a routine guy, so I know what it's like to want a certain routine, but I didn't realize it because I usually just, I'm first one here. I just park where I parked. And he came in and yelled at one of our coworkers who parked next to me.
For parking in his spot.
Yeah, saying, hey, I park next to Josh. If he's
right.
Sometimes I'd be in the back lot, sometimes I'd be in the front, and he would just park next to me. Then, for whatever reason, he had this compulsion where he parked next to, which I never really noticed. I mean, he was livid. I thought they were going to come to blows.
Idiots.
It was so weird.
They say, hey, who parked in my spot? Dickhead, that's not your parking spot. There are no assigned spots. There never were any assigned parking spots. If you had to walk your fat ass a few more steps to get into the building today, that's just too damn bad.
I've definitely noticed when somebody will park in the spot that I'm just accustomed to parking to. I would park there every day. There was a spot in the front that I would park every single day, for probably 6-7 years. Oh God, sorry. But then you guys weren't allowed to park in the back of the building anymore. So then you started to park in the front, and then one of you parked in the spot that I was parking in for the whole entire time I've ever worked here. And
Wasn't me. Don't get mad at me.
I'm like, well, I guess I'll just move over 2 spots. But I definitely was like, oh, I miss you. I miss that spot.
Here's the thing, though. Nick has a 10-year plaque, even though he's been here 30 years. Remember when you used to use that excuse all the time?
When I hit my 10-year
to
mark,
piss people off?
When I hit my 10-year mark here in the building, they gave me a 10-year plaque. I think we were at the time we were working for Disney.
Yep, we were Disney.
So
gold-plated, I'm guessing?
No, I have one too. It's not that nice.
I don't know what it was plated with, but it was a plaque that said, congratulations on 10 years. And since we were working with Disney, it was like Mickey Mouse, yay, right? On the
yeah.
Cute.
Congratulations, 10-year plaque, blah, blah, blah. So any conflict we had in the building, I would just holler at people, hey, 10-year plaque.
Sorry.
Hey, you parked in my spot, 10-year plaque. You took the last piece of cake, 10-year plaque, bitch.
I love that.
Angered a lot of fools in this building. Anyway, so what I'm taking away from this story, a nut job somewheres, he was out in the parking lot slashing a dude's tires for supposedly parking in his parking spot. I'm using air quotes. You parked in my spot, so he's out there slashing tires. And it's all on video. They say that this was a crazed doctor caught on camera slashing tires during a dispute over a public parking spot. I think this was in the hospital parking lot. The doctor pulls into the hospital parking lot, right? He's going for his parking spot. Someone else pulls in front of him. He flips out. He slashes the tires. To me, it sounded like the doctor had a cane, and at the end of that cane was a blade so he could stab the tire.
That's dope.
And again, the
It's
guy,
pretty cool.
the victim who parked in a public parking spot was standing right there, pretty much watched the guy slash his tires. I think there's even in the video, the guy says, did you just slash my tires? And the crazy guy with the cane says, no. And all the while there's air pissing out of the tire.
Now he's definitely not going to get his parking spot.
Just ridiculous.
There was actually just an article published last week in the Star Tribune about who gets to park in front of your house, because some people get real hot about that, right? What's the rules on that?
Oh, that happened to me when I first started dating my now wife. She got like a real passive-aggressive text message from the guy that lived across the street because I didn't realize that was an issue. I was just street parking. I parked in the street and went to go see her and send her a message about saying, yeah, you know, it would be really ideal if your new boyfriend didn't park in front of my house. Like, oh, all right. Sorry, pal.
Yeah, no, I actually really hate when people park in front of my house, but that's because I have dogs. So then they bark and then everything is disturbed. And I hate it because the person that does it, they have plenty of room in their driveway. And I'm like, why don't you just park in your driveway? Why do you have to park there? Sorry.
Yeah, I guess Hastings, they're having an issue where people are pissed about employees at a nearby business parking in front of their house.
I understand that they can. It's all fine. I get it. I know people are going to text in and be like, it's public. They can park there, blah, blah, blah. But I just wish I would prefer if they didn't. But what am I going to do? I'm not going to tell them not to.
Lived in a neighborhood where a person put cones up in front of their house.
That is so douchey.
That's such a tool move.
You're a cone.
Well, you know what? It's Monday. It's ruined my week.
A friend of mine had an interesting little fight over a parking spot at the grocery. And it turned out to be Looney Tunes. So she pulls into a spot, and she hears behind her someone screaming, F you, bitch. That's my effing spot. F this, suck this, F you, bitch, bitch, bitch. And my gal friend, who had just parked her vehicle, looks. There's a lady in a car who also wanted that spot. My friend looks and recognizes the driver. It's a gal that she went to high school with. Is that you, Missy? Oh, is that you, Donna? And then they, oh, sorry, I blew up. Okay. So the gal who was doing the screaming and the cursing, she goes and finds a different spot, and they talk in the parking lot for a while about the old days. My friend goes into the grocery. At one point or another, I bring your food out, I bring your bags out to the parking lot kids. What do they call them? A
parking attendant?
Sure, whatever. You know, the kid who
brings...
like
a cart kid?
Yeah, a grocery cart kid says to my friend in the grocery store, someone's out there keying your car. So my gal friend runs out there and sees that her car was just destroyed with a keying up and down. And it was the gal that she just had a conversation with in the parking lot. She knows the gal's first and last name.
That's absolutely crazy.
So she calls the cops and gets the gal in trouble for keying her car.
Bitch, what?
How poorly wired are you?
No kidding.
You know the person. You're talking back and forth with the person. You pretended like the issue of the parking spot was squashed. The person goes inside the grocery store. You key the piss out of their car, and then you leave.
Crazy.
And so the grocery store people are like, well, do you know who did it? And she said, yes, I just talked to her 5 minutes ago.
I would just be so confused.
But if you knew this gal with the key in her hand, if you knew her in high school, she was iffy. And obviously things have only gotten more iffy since.
I've never gotten into a parking standoff.
Oh, I did once. Oh, my God.
I've seen them before, certainly.
I would just give up.
A dude flipped out on me for taking his spot at the liquor store. His spot, right? I never saw the guy. I came in, I whipped around, I backed into this parking spot, never noticed there was another vehicle in the lot, and this guy completely wet his pants, screaming at me out the window of his pickup. And I said, what do you want? I never friggin' saw you there. Get the F over it. There's another spot right there, bitch.
Yeah, people do get pretty upset.
Good Lord, this guy was completely on coke. He needed a drink worse than I did.
I'm with you, though, Ashley, where I just don't, to me, it's like, okay, you must need that spot more than I do. Plus, as you guys know, I need the exercise.
That's one of the things I said.
Exactly.
It's one of the things I said to the guy. You want me to pull the hell out? You want me to,
like, I'll do it.
Should I do this all over again?
I will say I forgot there was one time where I was at the grocery store and somebody wanted my spot. And so I was like putting the stuff in my car and they honked at me. I was like, obviously, like I'm in the process of leaving.
Right.
But because of that, I sat in my car for like 10 minutes after that.
Oh, yeah, I'd sit there and check my phone.
I was like, I got stuff to do. I was like, I'm not doing this. Nah. You're going to have a bad day now.
Just last week, we had the cops in studio, didn't we? Gordon Shank, and the pimp was here, too. Mikey Lee. They sat in with us Friday to warn us that April is Distracted Driving Awareness Month. They more or less said to keep an eye on what you're doing behind the wheel, or they'll go ahead and hand you a ticket, you J-Browns. What do you make of this peckerhead? A big rig driving man, truck driver up there in Canada. He went ahead and joined in on a work Zoom meeting while he was driving that tractor trailer smooth down a Canadian highway. Got pulled over for that. The Canadian cops, they were pretty pissed off at the guy. The police noticed that the truck driver, Pigpen or the Rubber Duck or whatever his handle is, they noticed that he had a damn computer in his lap and whatever else a guy needs to take part in a Zoom meeting. Yet he's just...
He's got to pull out his laptop?
Yeah. But yet
That's adorable.
He's cooking down the road, down the Canadian highway, so he got pinched good.
Wait, is he having a Zoom meeting for, like, truck drivers?
It was a company Zoom meeting, yeah. I don't know the details on...
They should, like, plan that differently. They know that their employees are going to be, over the, like, driving.
The cops in Canada said, don't be a friggin' moron. This ain't multitasking, they said. This is a case of straight-up, full-on distracted driving, and distracted driving is for bitch-ass Americans. We don't do that in Canada, they said.
I've never, thankfully, seen a distracted driver behind the wheel of semi at all. Luckily, have you guys ever noticed something like that?
No.
They're pros.
Some of them.
Never looked for them, really. I never looked for such a thing. I can't see up that high.
I'm always staring.
Some of them
I'm terrified.
Well,
I'm just terrified of semis.
I flash them, to thank them, and so I want to make eye contact as I do. You guys know this.
You flash hog while driving?
No, not hog. That's ridiculous. I show them my nipples.
Your pectorals?
Yeah, pectorals.
Most of them pull over for a BJ or a lot lizard or whatever.
Oh, I saw one on the way into work today. It was only like I'm sure you know the lingo, like the front part of the semi.
They weren't hauling anything.
I'm sorry, what's happening?
They weren't hauling anything. It was just like the front part of the semi.
Yeah, sure, just a tractor.
They didn't have a trailer on it?
They had the biggest box in the back. Like I bet they could fit like a king bed back there. It looked so nice. Like
talking
their
about a sleeper.
Yeah. Oh. And then I was just fantasizing about being a truck driver and like pulling over and just hopping in the back and sleeping in your bed. I was like, God, that sounds nice.
I used to ask my dad, who was a over-the-road truck driver for 40 years. He's passed now, but I used to ask him, did you take speed? Did you pay for BJs on the road or what? He would never answer me.
What about a trucker bomb? You ever chuck one of those out the window?
I didn't ask him about trucker bombs. I wanted to know about the speed and the BJs.
I guess that is more interesting.
But he would never
whether or not he urinated into a jug and tossed it out the window.
Some bitch would never give me a straight answer, which leads me to believe that he paid for BJs and took speed.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Welcome to the 93X Half-Ass Morning Show. Hope you're feeling like $100. By God, we do. I'm told today is World Bartenders Day or something along those lines. Most bartenders likely aren't conscious just yet because they were working last night, verbally and or physically wrestling alcoholics until the bitter end of the night. But I sure dig you bartenders.
Yeah, they've done a lot of good for the world, haven't they?
Definitely.
That's something I wanted to be, and Nick, I'm sure you remember the late-night advertisements for the Minnesota School of Bartending.
I even remember those.
Oh, they even had them with you guys were growing
up?
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, I do.
It's so funny because two of my friends ended up, I don't know if it was that one, but they ended up going to school for that. And then I just became a bartender on the side. And then they never became bartenders.
Yeah, is that like Brown where you pay like an absurd amount of money for something that you could just learn on your own?
I wonder about that.
I really have no idea what it costs to go to the bartending college.
I remember it being quite expensive.
Oh, yeah?
I thought, wow, how fun. Like the movie Cocktail. I want to flip those drinks around. I want to set drinks on fire. I want to say, hey, what do you want there, pal? And I want to bang all the ladies just like the bartenders always seem to do.
When I was a bartender, I never met anybody that went to bartending school.
Oh, I'm sure not.
Yeah.
Most people just kind of learn. You start as a bar back and you kind of work your way up. Is that right, Ashley?
Yeah, or like a server or anywhere in the restaurant, really.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you have experience one place, anywhere else will hire you.
Well, I'm kind of going through something similar now where there's a program I want to get, quote, certified in, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I've been kind of like looking online, is it worth it or whatever? It'd be good because, I'll get the education and I can feel more confident in it. But most people are saying, no, it's not worth it. As a matter of fact, you're kind of made fun of if you go through a class like this, something like that.
Just teach yourself.
Yeah, this one is, there's varying versions, right? You could go to LA and learn. You could do it online and follow along, or like virtual classes where it's live, or doing your own pace, which is the one I was going to do. But yeah, I was kind of made fun of online.
You're looking to get certified?
Yeah, I thought just, that I could be super confident in it and maybe put it on my LinkedIn profile, but folks said, don't do that. You look like it's kind of stupid.
Wow.
God. Sorry if I'm making a horrible face over here.
What's going on?
It has nothing to do with any of you. I just took a sip out of my water jug. God knows what's in there.
What do you mean?
It's horrible.
What?
I was surprised how often you're supposed to clean your water jug. I clean mine once a week.
I don't even think I do that.
Well, that's within the last few months. It used to be
I can't even see down in there. It's too dark.
once a year, pretty much.
I think there might be a dead animal in my water jug.
Are you serious?
I just took a sip and it was just. It doesn't.
I'm sorry.
It doesn't matter.
It's every couple days, they say.
I'll get used to it. Oh, God, I've never washed a water jug. Good for you bartenders that it's World Bartenders Day or whatever it is. Get some. Go ahead and get some.
Yeah, they deserve all the appreciation that they deserve.
They put up with a lot, don't they?
They do.
Saggy Nuts McGee, Jesus, said he went to the Minnesota School of Bartending in 1990, and his first gig was at Izades, Nick.
Izades.
That's a fun place.
I got to take another sip out of my water here and see if I can
Try it
identify.
again.
I got to try to identify what animal has died inside my water jug.
Reminds me of a time in college when we were massively hungover in class one Friday morning, and a buddy reached into his backpack to get a bottle of water, like an Aquafina bottle, and because he was just dying of dehydration.
Sure.
Takes a big sip of it, forgot that he had filled that Aquafina bottle with vodka. Had ran out of the room just vomiting everywhere.
All right.
Barfed from tequila, and you know how there's plenty of people like, they've sworn off tequila. That didn't happen to me necessarily, where I thought I'm never going to drink it again. I just thought I probably shouldn't drink like 13 tequila shots in an hour and a half.
That's a good rule of thumb to have, Josh.
What's the other one? Like, oh my gosh, the stuff that tastes like licorice.
Jägermeister.
Jägermeister. That's another one people swear off.
Rumpelmans.
I like all those.
All right, I took another sip out of my water jug, and I can't see into it. This is like my wife bought me the type of...
it's like a tactical.
Yeah, it's like
bottle.
military grade.
You know that guy, that older character we've heard of here in Minnesota our whole lives, Josh? Will Steger.
Yeah.
The adventurer. He's snowshoed to the Antarctic and back. Will Steger, Minnesotans know the guy. My wife bought me the water jug that Will Steger would take to Mars, right? So it's wrapped in some type of, I can't see in it. So I don't, I took another sip. It's fine now. So I imagine that prior sip where I thought maybe a dead animal was swimming around, it was just my breath.
That could be.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's fine now.
That is an outrageous. That more looks like a fuel tank to a rocket ship. One of our coworkers has the exact same one. And actually, my day started off poorly because I ran into her in the hallway. I said hello, and I had a massive voice crack as if I were 13 years old.
That sucks.
It came out of nowhere. We both locked eyes and thought that was weird. And then we parted without saying anything. It was so uncomfortable.
Yeah, smart just to ignore it.
Pretend it didn't happen.
Yeah, exactly.
Here you are, a 50-year-old man, and your voice is cracking like you are a sixth grader.
It's the first time I spoke, all morning, and it just came out this giant voice crack.
And nobody needs to start a Tuesday in February like that.
No, and when like you biff it, you fall on the ground, whatever, and the first thing you do is look around to see if anybody noticed.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, we locked eyes, and I'm thinking, is there any way she didn't hear that? But I could tell by her face she was disappointed.
Yeah, you ruined her day, Josh.
It was very, very embarrassing.
So here it is. We're talking about Global Universal Bartenders Day here on 93X, the home of the rock.
I got to find that guy. Did you ever see that bit, Dana?
No, I don't think I did.
It's got to be a local guy. He did this video online making fun of the radio station, and it was so good.
Oh, no, the Home of the Rock, that was my reference to, not that I wanted to go in this direction. The Home of the Rock, that was that comic, David Cross.
Oh, yeah, David Cross, that's right. He did a good one, too.
It's the Home of the Rock, it's Global Bartenders Day, and it's the year of 20 and 26, Cubby, the year of the crack. And we're not talking about
butt crack?
Yeah, we're not talking about crack rocks. Although you might know some people where every year it seems like the year of the crack rocks. That's not where they're going with this. Vogue magazine? Wow. I can't believe I just said that out loud. I didn't know that still existed. Vogue magazine. They've called 20 and 26 the year of the crack. They're talking about the ass crack.
Yeah, we've had a few of those years before. It's apparently it's making a resurgence. I haven't
noticed, no.
But I don't go out very often.
Well, none of us hang out in places where people are going to be displaying the newest fashion trends.
Yeah, but Josh, you'd think I'd see it on social media, and I haven't seen it anywhere.
Okay, I thought we were talking about real life.
Even like with my hip young niece, she is a junior at the U of M. She's very on with the trends, and I haven't seen her doing anything like that lately.
Well, junior at the U of M, that sounds terrifying.
She's having a blast.
Oh, I'm sure she is.
She's got it figured out.
I'm afraid of young people, though.
Oh, she's so pretty, Brat.
I guess brace yourself. Okay, so we haven't seen it firsthand yet. Brace yourself.
My wife's seen it. I wear a pair of sweatpants that are a little too small for me. The drawstring doesn't quite hold them up, so sometimes she makes fun of me because the butt crack is showing a little bit.
You need some suspenders.
That would be hilarious.
Yes, please.
I think I have to get sheet suspenders. Our sheet keeps coming off. It's frustrating.
Dude, I hate that.
Yeah, it does.
And you got that new bed?
That's the problem.
That kind of stuff pisses me off so much.
We can't keep them on there.
And then you got to get out of bed to fix it. Ugh.
You got to get the dogs off, get your wife off the bed specifically. Don't take that out of context. All right, let me see if this is the guy.
You're listening to 93 Hard Rock Radio. Nothing but hard rock. Hard dudes playing hard rock. And they are rock hard. They're trying to rock and they're trying to hard. Nothing but hard and hard rocking on 93 hard radio. They're ready to rock and they're ready to
I think the guy's name on TikTok was Von Vitti. I can't remember the first time I saw that is so good. And back in the day, that's kind of how it was around here, right, Nick? Everything had to rock.
I remember that guy. That's got to be 10, 15 years old.
At least.
And he picked a perfect time to poke fun at this radio station because, as you just said, that was the vibe that was kind of pushed around here at the time. Josh and I never really fell in line with it. But that was, our program directors and our station managers, they encouraged us to have that vibe. And Josh and I thought it was so phony, we more or less said, no, we're not going to do it. But so that long time since I've heard that. Very funny.
Yeah.
And the dude did have perfect timing. And he probably, that comedy bit was his reaction to the constant barrage of D-swinging that was going on at this radio station at the time. It was so phony and forced. I'm so hungover and my voice is so rough and my Harley Davidson is warming up in the parking lot and I'm getting a BJ. It was such But anyway, the year of the crack. Who was it again? Vogue magazine?
Yep.
They're saying it's happening finally. The ass crack is going to be the fashion statement for the year. You're going to see a lot of pants hanging off of asses with exposed ass track. How do you say it again?
Ass crack.
I called it ass track. You're going to see a lot of exposed ass crack, and you're going to see it on men's and women's.
Well, apparently they're designing clothes to show off the butt crack, too.
Oh.
So you can go buy some butt crack pants if you want.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, about time.
Oh, so it's not just wearing your jeans extremely low. And I loved that era 25 years ago because some of you women just wore it so well. My God, the exposed underwear out the back of the – I thought that was the hottest thing. So you're saying now they're going to design clothing – I'll have to see it to understand it.
It could be one of those things that never happens. You know how like you've probably seen, not that you sit there and watch Fashion Week, but some of the outfits are ridiculous and nobody would ever wear that in real life.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where it started, and people are saying, "Oh yeah, here we go, butt crack." Who knows? I mean, maybe that'll be a thing. But it sure was before.
I'm cool with low-rise jeans coming back. And, like, the high-waisted jeans going away.
Oh, you and me both.
Yeah, I hate high-waisted jeans. They make my tummy hurt.
I always thought it was just the dopiest look in the world, and it stuck around for about 10 years, didn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe longer.
They have different levels. Like, super high-waisted ones.
Oh, you can get them up to your shoulders, actually.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
Yeah, at that point, they're just suspenders.
Yeah.
It's so uncomfortable.
Low-cut jeans exposing your ass crack for men and women. It's ready to go mainstream, everybody.
You know what I'm glad is gone? Well, at least I haven't seen in a long time. Where you're wearing your pants, so gentlemen are wearing tight pants so low that their complete butt is hanging out. That I don't miss that look where the boxers are totally exposed. I saw a guy, we were at an outlet mall, saw a guy carrying 2 bags. He's got these 2 sacks, and he was waddling because his pants were below his butt cheeks.
Yeah, it was sagging.
It was sagging. That's what they called it, right? Mm-hmm. That was the dumbest trend of all time. I don't know if I'll ever understand the thought process there.
But here's the thing: it wasn't that they were sagging. I saw dudes who intentionally belted their pants below their entire ass.
Right, it certainly was intentional. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that fashion trend, I do not understand.
I know what you're saying. I just wouldn't call it sagging. It wasn't as if their pants are hanging and they just haven't pulled them up. They intentionally cinch them below their ass.
Okay.
Very unique appearance.
Stanky Boy Jesus said it's still around. I haven't seen it in a long time, thankfully.
Oh, I've seen it, yeah. Oh, I've seen it recently.
I mean, again, this guy was waddling. He looked so uncomfortable.
Impossible to get around.
Yeah, how do you do that? Why would you do that?
Because it was cool. Because it was hip. Because they want to fit in.
So I would hope as a young man, let's say I was a young man when this trend was going on, that I wouldn't have got myself involved in it. Maybe I would have. I don't know. Made some dumb decisions in that regard. But that just seems absolutely ridiculous. I remember my dad used to give me crap because we'd never want to wear jackets. We were too tough to wear jackets no matter how cold it was.
Oh, yeah, of course. It ruined your outfit.
You remember that one Christmas I had, Josh? For Christmas, I told my uncle that I wanted a jacket, and he showed me how.
Yeah, that's
tough. That's sad.
So, all right, there you go. That's what supposedly is on the horizon. Ass cracks from one end of town to the other, like you're at a truck stop.
Corporate She Jesus said her husband has nailed that look for years. The butt crack hanging out.
Oh, you shouldn't have to see a man's butt crack.
Oh, yeah, pants on the ground. Somebody texted that. Was that about that look?
Looking like a fool with your pants on the ground?
Been many years. I don't remember the inspiration behind pants. I grew up staring at a man's ass crack. I'm the son of an over-the-road truck driver. My dad had no ass, and he passed it on to me. As kids, my damn, we had fun torturing and teasing my dad for his constantly exposed ass crack.
Did you ever drop the pencil down there?
Coins, yes.
Coins. When I was a kid, they used to make fun of me because I could never keep my pants up. Couldn't do it when I was little.
Oh, when you were a little kid?
Yeah.
I mean, we even made a song. Me and my brother and sister would chase my dad around the house. It didn't take long, very small house. But we'd chase him around the house, and we sang a song to make fun of his constantly exposed ass crack. John, the piper's son, he's got no ass for his pants to hang on. John. And he would say, "Shut up, I'm just trying to live my life." We would make him cry. He never cried. But, yeah, I grew up with a truck driver father, so I know all about. He'd be horsing around in the garage or something, and I'd walk up and drop a quarter down there.
Have you ever had it happen and you didn't realize it at all?
Oh, every day.
All right, I did, and a buddy of mine took a picture of it for me, and I was mortified. I'm like,
That's
you better
messed up.
Delete that thing.
No, put it on the internet.
Every day, Josh. Like I said, I inherited the same can from the old man. Trucker butt.
How do you not notice?
I could tell you, I had no idea. I didn't feel a thing.
No, sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. I think it depends on the temperature sometimes, whether you notice you're exposed. All right, speaking of all this, home of the rock, this and that, you know how hard we are around here.
Real tough guys.
I missed this, but apparently there was an announcement a few days ago, a week ago. Twisted Sister has had to cancel their 50th anniversary tour.
Yeah,
why?
And then there was death rumors about Dee Snider, and I didn't know about the death rumors until, he already came out and said, I'm not dead. I'd never heard the rumors before he made the announcement.
I never heard anything. This is somewhat heartbreaking. I have confidence that it may eventually happen, but we were very excited a number of months ago when Twisted Sister, one of my favorite all-time hard rock acts, came forward and said, we're doing one more tour. It's our 50th anniversary. We're going to go here. We're going to go there. That idea has been canned.
That was so loud.
That's the second one.
That idea has been canned because of Dee Snider's health. But he assures everyone he is, quote, not dying. But he does admit to having some health issues, health challenges, he called them, and that has screwed their plans to go ahead with this 50th anniversary tour. He said, I'm not dying. I mean, we're all dying, but I'm not dying immediately, he said. He's struggling with arthritis and an unspecified heart issue. And his final comments, well, I don't mean it that way, but his closing comments on the subject, he said, the rumors have run wild that I'm on my deathbed. I am not. I just can't do those things that I did in my 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and even 60s. Otherwise, I'm alive and well. I'm enjoying life. So I have confidence, Cubby, that it'll happen. We just might have to wait for Dee to go see a cardiologist and get on a treadmill or something like that.
Yeah, I hope so.
The guy is in incredible shape for a 70-year-old man. Did you see him a few years ago?
I've never seen them live, no.
Oh. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it was, well, I think it was 10 years ago because it was their 40th anniversary tour. And so he was 60 or something along those lines. He took his shirt off. He looked like a 25-year-old kid. So he is.
Good for him.
It's way better, I think, odds that they will return than if. Give me an out-of-shape rock star. No offense, Mike Reno from Loverboy.
That's who came to mind.
Right. And I feel bad even saying that because Mike Reno is a friggin' gift from God, one of the greatest singers that's ever lived. But he doesn't look so good. He put on some weight. If Mike Reno said, I'll be back, I'd have my doubts. I don't doubt Dee Snider. Mike Reno, Loverboy, put on a little bit of weight.
I can tell you he looked good in Cobra Kai a few years ago when he made they went to a Cobra Kai concert.
Oh, I thought
Cobra Kai went to Twisted Sister
You're
concert.
talking about Dee Snider, not Mike Reno.
Oh, yeah, Mike Reno. I haven't seen him in any karate-related shows.
Oh, okay, because I didn't remember the Loverboy episode of Cobra Kai.
Okay, yes, I remember that episode where they went to a Twisted Sister concert. That cracked me up. I was asking out loud before I shouted Mike Reno, and I feel bad. I was asking, who's a rock star doesn't look so good anymore? Shotgun Messiah Jesus texted in right away and said, Vince Neil.
Yeah, he's not quite the same in the aesthetics department.
They call him Vince Meal now.
Yeah.
That's not nice. I mean, to see Twisted Sister one more time. Come on.
You even saw him on their Christmas album tour.
I've seen him every chance I could get. I even saw Dee Snider's solo band Widowmaker in the 90s.
Oh.
I've loved them from the word go.
I had that CD.
Widowmaker.
Tape, I forget one.
Blood and Bullets, I think, might have been the name of their first record. Dee Snider. Just one of the best that's ever been. So I got high hopes and all that. I'll be hoping the guy's feeling 100% again. So there you go. I suppose we could kick it in the ass. Did I forget anything, Cubby?
I think everything's been covered.
We could kick it right in the ass. Where did someone send me a Dee Snider quote? Dee Snider once said, "I'd rather walk away than be a shadow of my former self." Well,
could have been something he said when he was 32. Things have changed.
Well, no. I mean, I don't know when he said it, but he has not become a shadow of his former self. Not yet. So many rock stars have. You know, I like that comment. I'd rather walk away than be a shadow of my former self. How many rock stars have you seen in the last 20 years where you go, okay, dude or lady, whoever it is, come on. Stop it. You're nowhere near. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess we could be mean and rattle them off, but Dee has not reached that point yet. Many others have. All right, I'll just say one. Even though I love the guy, you can't cross the street these days without someone saying, "Have you seen David Lee Roth? My God, what is wrong with him?" You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's changed.
So
certainly.
anyway, you guys know what I'm saying.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
What's going on, podcast pimps? Dana here to once again sing the praises of Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. I got on the ball early. I already got my AC tuned up for summer, and I think you should too. An AC tune-up means better efficiency, fewer breakdowns, and peace of mind before we get choke slammed with heat. And right now, it's their early bird special. $45 off an AC tune-up or $90 and you add your furnace in as well. Smart folks like me don't wait for the first 80-degree day. We plan ahead. Book by May 25th and check it off your list at standardheating.com. Providing the comfort you deserve since 1930.
Years of hard work, and now you've got pain in your back, your shoulders, your knees, maybe your joints. You need help. Randy Shaver here with the answer. Dave Bialke. He's got over 30 years experience in getting workers' compensation benefits for people just like you. Don't suffer. Call Bialke Law today. 763-571-2410 or go to bialkelaw.com. That's BIALKE law.com. And it spells relief for you.
Hey, I'm Chris Van Vliet. Go behind the scenes and beyond the headlines with the biggest names in pro wrestling and beyond.
You could pop up in WWE tomorrow. Would Saraya be there or would Paige be there?
Paige, 100%.
So when you're setting up Logan Paul to frog splash you through the announce table, it's going through your mind.
This should make every headline in the world.
It makes sense, right? You jelly roll.
We knew we had that kind of a moment.
Mindset, motivation, and what it takes to succeed. Insight with Chris Van Vliet. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Stupid news on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
All right. I got something for you. You bet I do, you bet. Let's go ahead and start with something for you barrel-ass tough guys who go out on the ice this time of year for a little fishing.
I'm listening.
You been out on the lake lately?
No. Never in my life.
Oh, really? You've never ice
Never.
fished?
Oh, it's so much fun.
SAWFT, soft.
Absolutely.
Never. Have you had the opportunity that maybe you passed on, or?
We've been meaning to go with my father-in-law.
Doesn't he have an ice castle?
He
too?
does, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
you gotta go,
fancy.
dude. That's so nice. You can have pizza rolls and watch a movie while you're fishing.
That does sound
so
awesome,
great,
actually.
dude.
You sold me, Ashley.
That is one way to do it.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, you ought to get out there sometime, Dana.
I will, for sure.
I think you'd like it.
I think I would, too.
See what the hell happens. Keep an eye on your neighbor out there. Any of yous who are enthusiastic about ice fishing. You never know. They might be a violent lunatic. Up there in Canada, a 72-year-old guy although he'd likely argue whether or not he's your guy or your pal or your friend. 72-year-old Canadian. His name is Mike. And he's a total plug. He's up against some charges because he allegedly attacked another fisherman last week. It says here the two boys were ice fishing on a lake, Summers up there in the Great White North. Mike apparently didn't like how close the other guy was a fishing next to him. So he physically attacked the other poor bastard like he was an angry, territorial Canadian beaver. 72-year-old Mike attacked the other fisherman because he thought the guy was fishing too close to him, and he tuned the other guy up pretty good.
Well, how close was he?
They didn't get into exact, measurements or feet or anything like that in the story, Smashley.
Must have been pretty close for a 72-year-old to walk across the ice, and take the other guy out.
He beat his ass.
Yeah, pretty short walking distance.
The other guy was able to pick his teeth up off the ice and call the police. The cops went out for a rip to the scene of the crime out there on the ice. And when the cops asked Mike, what the F was up his ass, he went ahead and told them. He said, I went after the other guy because he was auging out holes and fishing a little too close to me, he said. Jesus. It's just a walleye. Or a pickerel. I think the dopey Canadians, they call them pickerels. So, here's a guy who I guess is very protective of his favorite fishing hole.
Yeah, I was taught that actually I didn't grow up on boats or anything. I'm a city kid. And so I was, late teens, early 20s, the first time I was ever on a boat and outside of a canoe. And I learned all the fishing, guidelines as far as don't go too close with the boat, stuff like that. I had no idea. I never would have known. I could have been this person getting beat up had I not been given that lesson before.
Maybe he was filming a internet fishing show or something. I don't know. It doesn't mention that in the story. Maybe Mike has his own YouTube. Or he just has a thing about personal space. But now Mike has to go into town next month to the Canadian courthouse and face his punishment. Feel free to text us your greatest ice fishing story if you like. And I'm not talking about, hey, I once caught a 7-pound. I'm talking about, you ever get any fights out there? You ever go through the ice?
I've seen a couple guys get in yelling matches where one guy thought his boat was too close to the other one when they found their favorite fishing spot.
Dude.
You've seen it as well?
Well, I'll just tell you, just in a minute I'll comment on that. 651-989-9393. That's our Luther Kia Bloomington. How do I say that again?
Luther Kia Bloomington?
That's our text line. You ever get in any fights? You ever go through the ice? Any derelicts ever break into your house when nobody was looking? Did anybody ever burn your fishing shack to the ground? In high school, some dudes that didn't like us very much burned our fish house down for us.
What? That's so messed up.
It's taking a little far.
It
He's
was
so
messed
pissed.
up. It had nothing to do with fishing. We're all in the same high school together. These dudes that didn't like us very much found out where our fish house was. We had a permanent house out on Parker's Lake, I think, out there in Plymouth. Anyway, and they went and lit it on fire for us.
Some nice casual arson.
We're going out to go fishing, and we see smoke and fire in the distance. We're all going, well, what the hell might that be? We get a little closer, our fish house is on fire.
Who hooked up with one of their girlfriends?
Nah, it wasn't it.
Wasn't it?
I ended up punching a kid in the mouth for that.
I get
You
it.
should.
Yeah.
Would love to hear your ice fishing adventures. Yes, Cubby.
Barsaw Jesus said he was in a boat with a douche who started cussing out a family with little kids. They were anchored. We were drifting, and he screamed, "We're under God's power." God's
Someone
that would be confusing.
That's scary.
Someone screamed something about God?
God's power. This person wants to implement a law called the beer law. If you're close enough to their boat where he can chuck a full beer can and hit him, you're too close, and I should be able to chuck a beer can and hit you.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, emotions can run high. I was thinking specifically ice fishing, but feel free to tell us any fishing adventures. I'm not talking about what you caught. I'm talking about conflict, drama. I love it.
I Love America. Jesus had an instance where he set an ice house on fire. He said, I'll start by saying I'm not proud of this at my age, but back in the day, we were fishing at night, caught a nice walleye. A guy came over and stole that walleye, so later that night, we burned his house down. And I will have to say, when you light a house on fire in the lake, it lights up the whole lake at night.
Dude.
I bet that looks pretty cool.
You
Yeah, I'm
ain't-
with you on that.
You ain't kidding. I saw it firsthand. Well, when you were saying something about, I forgot what you said earlier, Josh, about boats being in close proximity to the others. One of my pals, no shame at all. He will weave in and out in between boats, doesn't care at all, to the point where, the other guy's got to reel his line up because we're trolling. Oh, yeah, it's embarrassing. But I've been in the boat with him a few times, and at the same time, it's kind of funny. He's got no fear. Up north where I used to fish when I was a kid, Namakan and Kabetogama off the Ash River. Some of you, I'm sure, are familiar. I forget which of those bodies of water had an island called Wolf Island, but that was always the busiest island. Always the busiest little spot for walleye fishing. There'd be 20, 25 boats at Wolf Island. My dad would never go in there, ever. Even at a polite distance, because he thought, let them have it. We used to bitch. We used to say there's a reason why everyone fishes Wolf Island, because that's where they're catching the walleyes. Just go in there. He would never go in there. He thought it was rude. There were too many boats in there. But one of my buddies, when we'd fish with him up there, he'd weave right in and out like a damn obstacle course, trolling right up on guys. Some dudes just have those kind of balls.
Iron Range Jesus said he almost fought a homeowner in Burnsville while kayak fishing.
Oh, my God.
A homeowner? A homeowner?
Yeah.
Why did he include that?
Well, because it was somebody that must live on the lake there.
Oh. I thought that was, he's kayak fishing, almost had to fight somebody. I see a lot of texts coming in. We'll do our best to get to these, but I dig this kind of stuff. Yeah, the bastards burned our fish house right down to the ground. Well, to the ice, I guess. All right. Here's a real cutie pie. Hopefully you get to see this effing guy's mugshot. This guy's got summer teeth. Summer teeth and summer not. He's got a big fat-ass grin on his face in his mugshot, but the chiclets look few and far between. Here's his major malfunction, and Ashley, you can let me know once we get cooking here if we have his picture up on our website, because he does have a beautiful smile. His problem isn't unique. He's another one of these crackpots who will sit down and call 911 over and over again for no good reason.
Oh, yeah, this is up.
Yeah. Guy Smiley, this guy.
Ashley, did you look at his age when you posted that?
No, I didn't.
What would you guess?
I'm sorry, I posted a couple mugshots, so I'm trying to remember what one it was.
Guy Smiley.
With the big beard. He's really smiling.
Yeah, really smiling, but there's a few missing chiclets.
Oh, if I remember correctly, I'd say 60s, if that's the right guy I'm thinking of.
How old is he? Oh, I have it here. Yeah,
52.
He's 52.
Oh.
Yeah, that's say no to drugs.
No. That should be in one of those, the school.
Dare education?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that freaked me out.
Guy Smiley here was arrested after calling 911 more than 100 times in one day, Ski.
Jesus.
A total of 150 times in 1 week. That's what he did. James Taylor is his name, but this isn't the same James Taylor that your hippie aunt fell in love with while listening to his records when she was a fourth grader. This James Taylor has also seen fire and he's seen rain, but that's because he's been sleeping on a park bench smoking meth rocks. As Josh said, this James Taylor is 52 years old. He's from a town called Pueblo, Colorado. So, yeah, the authorities there in Pueblo have had enough of this effing guy. He won't stop bothering the 911 operators.
He has the potential to have some really nice eyebrows if he just tried.
Yeah.
The potential to have some really nice eyebrows.
Yeah,
He does have
good
eyebrow
shape.
potential.
There's good shape there. yeah.
What makes for a good eyebrow on a feller?
They're just like really full.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
one of the guys that doesn't trim them down?
Yeah, so if he just, got a couple of wax strips on those babies, it would look nice.
No
Well,
way.
you don't have to wax them. You just take the trim to him.
Yeah, I take a trimmy thing to it.
Yeah,
my
trimmy.
gosh.
Like my friend Timmy, he with the trimmy.
I had a girlfriend make fun of me that I had to. They get unruly if I don't take
gotta
care.
do what you gotta
She was
do.
very shameful.
Your girlfriend did not appreciate you
No, she thought
tending
it was
to
ridiculous that if I told her, I'm like, it gets wacky, it's out of control, I have to. I got to do something about
your...
it.
Did she have funny grooming habits?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Big old bush?
Nope. Never saw it.
What do you mean you never saw it?
Never saw it once.
This was your girlfriend?
Yeah.
And you never saw what her downstairs was set up to?
No, I close my. You know how it is. I get the guilt kicks in. I have to close my eyes.
Oh,
I can't.
man.
I
I feel
look
so
at
bad
it.
for you,
Huh.
Josh.
He's not kidding.
I can't,
know he's not.
look at that.
That's-
He closed
Wow.
his...
That's somebody's privates.
Wow.
This guy, James Taylor, otherwise known as Guy Smiley, he called, what did I say? Called the cops, called 911 150 times in a week, talking nothing but pure nonsense. And when the cops got a hold of him and looked at James Taylor's career criminal record, they saw that this is his thing. He's been in trouble for this more than once. He calls 911 over and over again. He whacks off. That's his gimmick. If it makes you feel any better, Josh, it says here when the police locked James Taylor up for all this BS, he did apologize.
That does. Makes
It
a
does?
difference. Hey, it sounds like this guy could just use a pal and some wax, according to Ashley,
Yeah.
and a dentist.
Even with your eyes
Yeah.
closed, you must have had some idea of how she had things set up down there.
No, I always wear like 6-7 condoms. I didn't even mean to do that, by the way. I didn't mean to do the 6-7 thing.
I don't believe you.
What if I felt something? That's wrong and sinful.
I've heard it said that way. To feel good, it's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Check out Homeboy on our website, James Taylor. Big, beautiful smile, but meth has taken its toll.
The story, as Nick mentions, out of Pueblo, Colorado. Dumbass welder Jesus is in Pueblo right now. We're 5 minutes outside of. He's on a road trip.
That's cosmic right there.
It's like we're talking right to you, man.
Absolutely cosmic. China. The country, not the dearly departed former television wrestler porn star. China, the country. I wonder if they have any idea how often we talk behind their backs during our stupid news report. They're featured in here a lot.
Yeah, they are.
They're different. They do things quite differently than we do here. Here's what they're talking about in Hong F Me Running Kong. They got different ideas over there. A shopping mall has gone ahead and added windows to their public bathroom stalls. And some of you are probably saying, how's a guy supposed to whip off at the mall if there are windows? That's how they're doing it. Now, the windows in the bathroom stalls, that idea wasn't the result of a direct problem with folks whipping off. Word is cigarette smoking indoors is still a problem in China. Folks still like to burn one in public places over there, indoors, and hiding in the bathroom stalls is a popular spot for smokers.
I was at a youth basketball tournament over the weekend, and somebody kept smoking pot in the bathroom.
Smoking.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
A drug abuser?
Yeah.
A drug abuser.
It was
drug user, at least, yeah.
probably some dad whose kid sucked, and he's like, I
Yeah.
got to do something to get through this day.
It could be. I never saw anybody, but my goodness, it was overwhelming a couple times.
That's all anybody wants to do these days is smoke drugs. So, you won't believe this. So this is the deal. It's a popular spot in China. Smokers will sit down in the bathroom stalls. You know the routine. They act like they're cutting a turd, but instead they're just drawing down a heater. So the Chinese folks are trying to cut down on that. The bathroom stall windows I was telling you about, they have a cute gimmick to them, because some of you might be saying, well, what if I'm legitimately sitting down to cut a turd? I don't need anybody looking through the window.
Yeah.
I don't need an audience for this.
I don't need anybody to watch me wipe.
Nobody needs to see this.
But it's a tricky thing. It's a tricky gimmick they got going. You can only see through the windows if the person inside the stall lights up a cigarette. Now, don't ask me to explain the details, but it says here the glass is activated by, quote, cigarette smoke and heat. If a cigarette is lit, the glass goes from frosted to clear so people can see you smoking. That's the idea they came up with.
Wow, it's fancy.
In China.
I saw we were like, I like to go to those home shows and like the parade of homes, things like that. We were at a house once where there was a window in the shower, which seemed awful odd to me, and it was like a full body. You could see.
What?
Yeah, it was crazy, and it just seemed like whoever designed this home was a pervert. But instead, there's a light switch. You flip the switch, and it becomes like fogged up, or that look. There's another word for it.
I would forget.
Right now.
Frosted, maybe.
Frosted, that's the word. Yeah, it becomes frosted just flipping the switch.
So
it was awesome.
I would 100% forget.
If the light is off in the shower...
It's not a light, it's a light switch. It's controlled by a light switch. Or a switch, I'll just call it, I guess.
Okay, so if the switch is off, you can see through that window like any other window.
Yes.
But when you flip a switch, now no one on the outside can watch you take a douche.
Yeah, I don't know how well, it works on the outside, but from the inside, it looks completely covered up. It was crazy.
That'd be kind of fun if I was in the shower. I'd make my husband go stand on the outside of our house, and I would just flick it off and on. Now you see me, now you don't.
couple of cheap thrills on and off. So also, if you're sitting on a public throne in China, and they've got this window set up, I mean, this isn't everywhere, but in certain malls and whatnot, they're putting in this glass that's activated by cigarette smoke. If you smoke a cigarette, suddenly the glass is see-through and everyone can see you breaking the rules. On top of that, if you get caught taking a health break in there, two of my favorite little catchphrases for cigarette smoking. One older guy, he's checked out now, but one older guy, whenever he would come into the bar and order a drink and light a cigarette, he'd say, "Yeah, I got to make a health call." The other, this guy's still around. Nowadays, of course, he has to step outside to burn one. But before he goes outside, he always says, "I got to go get a breath of fresh air." If you take a health break in the stall, other than the glass suddenly being see-through, an audio message cuts loose on you and everyone else in the crapper with you. A voice says, "This is a public place where smoking is prohibited. For your own health and the health of others, please do not smoke here."
That would get me more than the window. I don't want to be shamed.
Laser Jesus said the glass I was describing is called Privacy Glass, and the parent company he works for is responsible for making it. I do remember the person showing the home had said the guy who owns it, he works for that company, a company that makes that glass. So that's why he had it.
Shoot the privacy glass.
Yeah, it was very
cool. One of my
cool.
favorite movie lines. Now, a spokesperson for this Chinese mall said that their new system, where the window becomes see-through if you're smoking a cigarette in the stall, it seems to be working. They used to get several complaints a day about people smoking in the bathroom. Now that's dropped off dramatically. And by God, Josh, this has been a hot topic on Chinese social media.
Oh, I'll bet.
Some folks say this is too invasive.
Probably a little bit.
Invasive is the word. There are times that I kind of miss all that indoor smoking. Not in my own home, because I grew up just choking on cigarette smoke in my own home.
Yeah, that
but at the bars, sometimes I miss that that cloud of smoke that would develop over the bar like it had its own weather system. Sometimes you miss out on conversation sometimes. Folks got to go outside to burn one.
That's just wild to me because when I turned 21, the smoking ban was already in effect, so I'd never been to a bar where you could just light one up.
I went to restaurants or like type places with my parents.
I do remember that, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I remember there was really no difference if you walked in and they were like smoking or no smoking section, and when we were with them, they'd do the no smoking section, and it's still there's still cigarette smoke.
Right, it's not like it's separate rooms completely. It's just like a little bit divider.
Yeah, my parents would like walk 5 feet away from our table and then light a cigarette. Back when they smoked, of course, they don't anymore.
I mean, look at the old days when there was smoking and no smoking on a friggin' airplane.
That's that's crazy to me. I can't even fathom that.
You're in a tube, a death tube. Anyway, I do miss.
Can't crack a window.
I do miss smoking in bars. There was something so beautifully filthy about it. I remember when they stopped smoking indoors around here. It just was the oddest feeling in the world to walk into your neighborhood bar, and it didn't just smell like feces. Didn't feel right to me. I've grown accustomed to it, but I do miss it now and again.
Stupid news on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
It's been a while. It's been a long, wonderful while since we last humped our way through a stupid news report. It appears to me that nothing has changed. We're still absolutely surrounded by violent, childlike grown folks who can't hold their mud. How about we begin with some Christmas time fallout? The holiday season has mercifully passed. Let me tell you about this here character. One of those charity money bell ringers you see outside the store come Christmas time.
I was actually just going to say I never see him anymore. I'll see the bell parked there, or the little, whatever that thing is, little bucket parked there.
Oh, yeah.
But I haven't seen a bell ringer forever.
Yeah, now that you mention that, you're right.
Oh, yeah?
I don't see him very often.
What the hell happened to the bell ringer?
Maybe people aren't volunteering as much anymore?
I've done it before. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, Nick and I did it one time, and we saw a miserable coworker at the mall who avoided eye contact because his kids were driving him nuts.
That's right. We helped out the Salvation Army one afternoon at, I think it was the Mall Plus America.
Yep, Mall of America.
Hanging out somewheres.
Weren't there like a bunch of mascots with us or something?
Well, there was only one. We met one mascot that afternoon, and it was the greatest mascot of all time. It was Goldie Gopher.
Oh, was it inside in the rotunda, that kind of setup?
It wasn't the rotunda, but yes, it was inside.
Okay.
And Josh is right. We had a good time hanging out with Goldie. Of course, how could you not?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When we were done, I think as the both of us still had some Christmas shopping to do, we wandered around the mall a little bit, and we passed one of our coworkers, a sales guy, and he had his 2 children with him. They were 8 and 10 years old or something like that. And he couldn't have looked more miserable. He just had a look on his face as if he was thinking,
you remember he was...
F me running. That's the facial expression he gave me, was F me running.
Oh, yeah. He was... and he's wearing a baseball cap, which doesn't fit his personality, and he didn't know how to wear it. It was ridiculous. And he was basically... They're elephant walking, where he's grabbing one kid, that kid's grabbing another kid. They're doing it, and he's racing through the mall. He was furious. And I'd never seen him mad, ever. He was such a fun, goofy dude.
He was trying to look all casual, and he pulled a baseball cap down. He didn't even know how to do that.
No.
That baseball cap was riding so high on his head. Even a truck driver would have said, that ball cap is riding too high on your head.
I loved working with that guy. I mean, he was certainly frustrating at times, but once you got to know him, you understood. That's just his personality. But there were times he'd be on the phone with his wife or kids, and they would just yell and yell and yell at him, and he sat there and took it. I mean, he was such a nice guy.
He was kind of like Josh. He was treated very poorly by his family.
I mean, honestly, like, It was almost abuse. What he was, you could hear
so
the
sad.
yelling on the other side of the phone.
Yelling and screaming. Here's one of those charity bell ringer guys down there in the far southeastern part of our country. Oh, he showed up drunk off his ass to ring the bell. And then he went haywire and tried to kill somebody dead. The bell ringer guy goes by the name of Stevie Pavlik. He's all the way up to 63 years old these days. Again, Stevie is out front a store called Publix. He's hammered, and he's just swinging that charity bell with a bucket hanging there, and folks can toss some monies into the bucket if they feel like it. You know the gimmick. And hell, had Stevie been a fun, jolly drunk, I'm sure nobody would have said dick. But the word is, Stevie was acting like a prick out there, harassing folks up and down as they walked past him, hollering at folks and whatnot, belligerent. Those people went on into the Publix store and told the store manager, hey, your bell ringer is a dick. So the store manager steps outside and says to Stevie, you got to dial it back, son. You know, what the hell's the matter with you? That caused Stevie to up and bust a spring. Stevie picked up what they call here his donation kettle tripod, if that makes any sense to you. Stevie picked up his donation kettle tripod and tried to ram it down the throat of his store manager.
Jeez.
He's trying to feed the tripod stand thing that the donation kettle hangs on. He's trying to ram it down the store manager's throat. And then when he realized he couldn't stuff that tripod thing down his manager's neck, he turned the tripod into a sword and attempted to stab the manager to death with the thing.
The world's softest sword.
Is it plastic or something?
The ones I've seen have like pretty, if it's a sword, it's not going to stand up very well. Yeah, I think you're going to be completely fine. That's not going to penetrate the skin unless you have the world's thinnest skin. People are saying, by the way, that the reason they don't have a lot of bell ringers anymore is there's not as much cash. There's a code on there. You can scan it and pay with your phone.
Oh, a QR code?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
makes
mean,
a
how
lot of
often do you have even change in your pocket anymore?
It's been a while for
Yeah.
me. Very infrequent.
Oh, yeah, I suppose. People don't carry cash anymore. Well, anyway, the manager was not injured. He fought Stevie like hell. Stevie ran out of there like a bitch. Local cops found Stevie at home. They beat him up pretty good, and they arrested him.
His mugshot suggests that he's lived a rough life.
What's he look like?
It looks like a lot older than 63.
Oh.
That's for sure. And one of it, you know how like when I drink, one of my eyes kind of droops? His is even worse than mine. I don't actually see if you can. I don't know if I can turn my computer that way.
Oh.
Look at his eyes.
Are they closed?
He looks pretty drunk and or tired.
His whole face is drooping,
Well, he
not just his eyes.
Fought like hell there for a while, so.
Yeah, he looks like a D-bag, though.
That's not what I remember from the Kettle charity money people. I don't remember them coming off like that.
No, they're usually very friendly.
Isn't this cute now? I know what you're doing here, Josh. Trying to send my blood pressure through the roof with cute Christmas puns. Josh sent me a story about a dude dressed as Santa Claus getting pulled over in a motor vehicle while his wife, dressed as Mrs. Claus, was sitting in the passenger seat. So I'm going to give it to you straight, no editing. Here's how they put it on TMZ.com, the source for the story. Here's the title. Santa Claus is coming to town, And he's speeding. What do you think so far?
So far, so good.
A cop in Ohio almost ended up on Santa's naughty list after pulling over Santa and Mrs. Claus for speeding. And the traffic stop is all on video. The Fulton County Sheriff's Office, wherever that is, they shared video of one of their deputies pulling over an elderly couple dressed as Santa and Mrs. Claus for, quote, flying a little too fast. I guess when the deputy realized he was talking to Kris Kringle, he says, "Oh, Santa." Santa was packing heat?
Yeah. I suppose, he's breaking into homes. Somebody might get a gun out.
Yeah.
He told the cop he had a concealed carry weapon, if that's the proper way to say that. The cop said, "Santa has a conceal and carry? Times must be tough." Santa said, he's got to protect himself. And Mrs. Claus even chimed in and said, "The North Pole isn't what it used to be." They're very cute. People are calling it the friendliest and funniest traffic stop ever recorded. Oh, what does it say here? There's jokes being traded back and forth between the cops and Santa about Santa's age, about Rudolph, about Christmas presents. And the Clauses even posed for a picture with the deputy after they were all out of predictable Christmas jokes. The Fulton County Sheriff Department said no coal was issued. Just a friendly reminder that even sleighs need to slow down.
It was always fun when they, around holidays, release this type of video where the cops are busting an elf, or something around Halloween where a giant pumpkin steps out of the vehicle.
Santa Claus rolling through town, packing heat. Adorable, right?
Pretty cute.
Yeah.
Is that video up on our website? Is that something that we want to put on our website?
Yeah, it's up there.
Oh. Here's a terrible disaster for you. And this here is a lawsuit that goes all the way back to March of last year. Some poor bastard went into the crapper at his neighborhood Outback Steakhouse. He sat down to take a fat dump.
Ugh.
And the toilet gave way underneath his ass.
Oh, that'd be embarrassing.
I'm not talking about the toilet seat broke or it went sideways. You know how sometimes you sit down and it goes sideways?
Yeah.
It's terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
Because some of us have had their nuts get tangled up in that sideways toilet seat. That can kill a guy.
Yeah, when you feel it move, you get immediately nervous.
Oh, it's a terrible feeling.
You're like, oh no.
You ever got
Am I okay? Am I okay?
Ashley, have you got your privates caught up in a sideways toilet seat?
No, thankfully I haven't.
So this is the situation that I understand. We're not talking about a toilet seat cracking or going sideways. The entire toilet crumbled out from under the guy like he had just a live hand grenade.
I mean, I don't.
Weird.
Outback Steakhouse seems like a place people would blow up the bathroom. That's happened here before, where one of the toilets fell off the wall. They're just suspended off the wall. There's a kickstand underneath it now after that happened.
What?
That's ridiculous.
Oh, that's got to be just the most helpless feeling in the world.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I missed that.
Well, this is 15 years ago or something. Yeah, somebody sat on that thing and it fell right off. So they replaced it and put a kickstand underneath it.
I would hate myself.
Would you go tell somebody, or you just try to pretend it wasn't you?
I would pretend it wasn't me 100%.
I think the first reaction would be to pretend, but when you have water just spraying from the wall, I'd probably let somebody know.
Yeah,
Maybe I wouldn't
right.
say it was me. Hey, I just noticed what was going on in there.
And you hope it happened right when you initially sat down, not a couple minutes into the process.
When you're in a real tough spot.
Yeah.
This poor bastard at his neighborhood Outback Steakhouse drops his carcass down onto the toilet seat to cut one. And next thing you know, he's sitting on the floor. There's no info here on the injuries that turned up from this catastrophe. Did his nuts get torn off? I mean, broken porcelain can be sharp. His Johnson, they don't tell us anything about the guy's Johnson and if it remained. It just says here that the guy suffered, quote, severe bodily injury.
Hopefully he got some free bread out of this.
Free bread?
Oh, I love their bread they have there.
Oh,
It's so good.
I don't know the gimmick at Outback Steak. I do have the guy's name, Mike Green. He's accusing the restaurant of negligence and failing to maintain a proper head. Mike wants $50,000.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, I hope he gets it.
Yeah.
That does sound pretty traumatizing.
Yeah.
That is something.
That is so scary. I'm trying to put myself in that situation. I'd be so confused.
And, he probably along the way, right?
Yeah.
He was there.
Like Dana said, hopefully first.
I'm sorry?
Hopefully either it happened right away or right when he was wrapping up. One of the two.
Oh, you mentioned that already.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. He was there to do a job. And that kind of, I don't know what the word is, that kind of traumatic experience, he made a mess. That's horrible. I like to think, at least I hope, that when I hit a public toilet, as iffy as they can be, I hope that it's going to be a safe place for me for the next 10 to 20 minutes. You know what I mean?
I bet he hovers for a while, if not the rest of his life.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
What's going on, podcast pimps? Dana here to once again sing the praises of Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. I got on the ball early. I already got my AC tuned up for summer, and I think you should too. An AC tune-up means better efficiency, fewer breakdowns, and peace of mind before we get choke slammed with heat. And right now, it's their early bird special. $45 off an AC tune-up or $90 and you add your furnace in as well. Smart folks like me don't wait for the first 80-degree day. We plan ahead. Book by May 25th and check it off your list at standardheating.com. Providing the comfort you deserve since 1930.